seeing this shadow while browsing. I appreciate it, Sanford. I appreciate it. Yeah, I just try to be realistic with y'all. I'm not gonna sit right here and lie to y'all like other YouTubers. Um, what like they can't? You can't look. Hey, y'all, I ain't gonna even lie. You can't. They can't bribe me. Like just because like when I say you can't bribe me, you can't be like, oh, I'm gonna give you 1 million views and you're gonna be happy. Man, some months I was getting 50 million views some months already. So you can't use that to me no more. You can't tell me that people don't like me. No. I realized that my opinion mattered just off my shorts. So I'm like, man, I wonder if I can just go and be myself because exactly how I edit my shorts is how I act. And here we are. One just slipped right out of my hand. Yeah, we're about to start this video, y'all. I'm trying to see how many views I got on that channel overall. I thought I had more than that. So on my Retro Supervillain channel, I have 443,337,438 views. Most of those are shorts. Most of those are shorts. You said they just played a video with no real commentary because they don't know what to say. They ain't never lived through them situations. They like you got to go through a lot of things in life to be able to actually respond and react to these. Like what make it so good for me is because I did security and I had to do a lot of things I ain't never think I had to do. And you got to swallow your pride. It ain't no being nervous. So I learned to turn off that nervous feeling because when you do security, you're not allowed to be nervous. Just like it was like being a police officer. You said I just sub. You thought I was. You see me every day. I appreciate it. You said shorts literally rot your brain long form better. I wish YouTube puts my long form on here. Ain't nah, they really, oh man, they would really hate us then. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. They really hate us. I'll be in new state I'll be like I show speed with these body cam videos, man. We had to do us some hunted streams. Nah, I'm scared. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't doing no hunted streams because if we do 100 streams, I'll leave. I'll leave. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If like I'm being honest, I'm finna be honest. If we ever did like a ghost stream and we go to a haunted house because we got the Limp Brewery and something happened while I'm there, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm telling y'all that now. You think I'm finna? Ah ha ha ha. If I truly feel like that some unexplained just moved in this building, I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm leaving. That's why I'm like I can't do the little ghost stuff. Ah, you said short to the point. Nah, he ain't lying about the brain dead. Like people like when it's short, the people just want back to back to back to back. Like dopamine rushes go crazy. Yeah, they don't really like long form. People stick around and actually learn who you are. Shout out to KC. Yeah, you say yes to comment Crystal Bush. How you doing, Chris? You said yeah, it's the commentary, the interaction, and the vibe. Yep, all three of them. A lot of people
New subscriber alert.
because I'm constantly looking through everything. What's up, Gilbert? I'm constantly looking at everybody messages because all of them don't pop up on the computer. So I gotta look over here. I'm looking over here. I'm making sure this not froze. I'm making sure nothing don't freeze. I'm making sure my OBS, like my computer don't not overheating, crashing. Cause y'all remember last time we did the 16 and a half hour stream, my computer started cooking. I'm like, oh man, it was my fault though. It was my fault. The table I had it on was just heating up more and more, and after 16 hours, the computer was like, look here, I'm going ahead head out. But look, I appreciate y'all. This is Amber right here. So this is Amber. She thinks she finna go home.
43-year-old Amber Herons. Back in 2020, Amber was arrested in connection with the murder of 53-year-old David Letty. Amber was one of many homeless drug-addicted females that would exchange sexual favors to be allowed to live in David's home. According to the arrest report, police believed Amber shot and killed David after he attacked her son Xavier with a baseball bat.
Hey, shout out to K-Seal.
Amber?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm Detective Showmaker.
How are you?
Good. Get anything?
Do you have soda?
Soda? Check what kind of soda you want.
Coke.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about a homicide that happened in June, the middle of June, okay? Before I do
Appreciate
that,
you, Emilio.
you get some of your personal information. How many kids do you have?
4. What's the difference between first degree and second degree?
Oh, first degree, a lot has to do with the premeditation.
Okay.
Do you know what you brought up here on?
Yes.
Tell me what you brought up here on.
I'm brought up here. Which one are we talking about? Drugs or
No,
murder?
the other one, murder.
Okay. I'm brought up here for questioning the murder.
Do you know what murder we're talking about then?
Hey, shout out to D. Williams.
Okay. Now, how do you know David Letty? Or how did you know David Letty?
I met David Letty through
What's
Stephanie
up, Delgado?
Warren, who was a friend of mine. I've seen Dave in a psychotic rage. He's always got enemies. Dave has people after him all the time. He's always in confrontation because he does, fucked up shit to people. He's done so much shit to me. He's done so much shit to my son. No one will help Dave work no more. No one would, because he will not pay you. He will just put you through the most. I had to put gas in the car to get to the jobs and buy him cigarettes, and he never paid me back. And then he will start shit. I don't know these rumors that are going around about me and my son doing crimes together locally. I don't understand that. There's no way.
Them ain't no rumors. Yeah, them ain't no rumors. If somebody saying you and your son out here stealing, y'all did that. Cause what kind of, who says that? Who says, yeah, the mom and her son, they're both thieves and they not telling the truth. Unless your son just 7 years old, 8 years old. Yeah, nah. I think you lying. I think you did steal something. Yeah, you stole something. You was like, man, of course you stole
In
something.
hell,
Who
I
am I
would do
kidding?
crime with my son. I'm not saying I haven't and I wouldn't. I'm telling you the truth.
What's up,
I have no
Shamika?
reason to lie to you. Honestly, if
What's
you
up,
come and
Paul?
ask me a question, I'm going to tell you the truth about it. Because I just feel like, even if I'm wrong, that makes me right with God, you know what I'm saying?
What up, though? What's up, player?
David beat my son with a bat almost to death. His arms were swollen twice the size of his body. And he more or less crawled to the quick shop to call me. David did not like any other men at the house because he wanted to be like Hugh Hefner or something because they're all females.
Amber begins by creating a narrative where David was not only immoral, but he was also a very angry, unstable man. Amber also claims that David was a con man who had many enemies everywhere.
We know by
Shout out
everything
to
that we've
Tix.
done on this case so far, we know this stemmed from was him, his confrontation with Xavier in a bat.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
We understand that. Who were you with during this night, early morning hours, I guess you could say that David died?
I was with Stephanie. And,
Hey, it's Story J.
and Rob.
Now this happens
You not lying.
in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
in the early morning
Yes.
hours, about 3:30 in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay. As I understand before
Hey,
that,
shout out to the new member,
night before that,
T4
I guess
Smoke.
you could say
I'll
that
see you
and
later.
Stephanie are out kind of catting around.
Yeah.
What are you guys out doing?
Buying a bag of dope.
You guys go to the west side of town for that?
Yes, we did.
You took doing?
Buying a bag of dope.
You guys go to the west side of town for that?
Yeah.
What are you guys out doing?
Buying a bag of dope.
I just want, if y'all heard it 3 times, then you know it was a crime. You don't know what you did after y'all ingested that stuff. Y'all went to go buy a bag of dope. It sound like, hey, I don't know, man.
Okay. You guys go to the west side of town for that?
Yes, we did.
You talking about meth?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When Amber is asked why she went into town, she admits it was for drugs. Amber believes that if she is honest about the little things, the detective will believe her about the big ones. Amber continues telling her story about what happened the night David was murdered.
What did you guys do with that dope?
Well,
I hate to be Captain Obvious here, but where did you go? Where did you take it somewhere? Use it there?
Yeah, we went straight to Dave's house, and Dave wasn't home yet, and
Was it just you 4 or you 5 there? Xavier, Stephanie, Ashley, Rob, and you?
hold on. It seems like Shauna might have been in one of the rooms. I don't know if you know the layout of the house, but it's a 7-Eleven. I think Shauna
Looks
might.
like kind of like a Brady Bunch house.
It does, doesn't it?
It's in that era.
It is. It so much is. Very much so. And so does Shauna. Shauna looks like Three's Company, the girl at Three's Company. She does. Yeah, I think she might have been in her room. Sometimes she go in there and shut the door and you don't know if she's there or not. But
Is that the one with the padlocks on it?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was she hiding in there? Or is she just trying to keep people out?
Other people's stuff she steals.
No.
Yeah. So she may or may not have been in there at that moment, but I think we come back once or twice before we went. Throughout the night we were there like twice. So at one given point, she may or may not have been there. I'm not aware. But as far as I'm understanding our scene, it was just us, myself.
She on drugs. She is high. Look her, y'all. She is high as a Canadian goose that's migrating. You hear me? You not finna play in my face no more. All these, like, the way, you wanna know why you don't remember nothing she saying? Because nothing makes sense. Nothing she said, it makes sense, but it don't at the same time. Cause she talking in jumble link, like, but it's English, but it's jumbled up. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, man, she higher than the Canadian goose with some glasses. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Stephanie,
For
Xavier,
real.
Rob, and Ashley. And they wanted to go to the casino. We didn't really want to go. But
Just
at
migrating.
the end, she had already promised to come, so we went. Okay, so I called Dave on speakerphone. I said, did you get my son with a bag? He said, yes, I did. I said, okay, well, get that bat ready, because when I get there, I'm going to rock you. He said, okay, I'm ready. And that's what happened. We get there, he runs up, runs in my face, and he's like sizing me up and shit. And I'm just standing there. And Stephanie
What's
goes
up, Kevin?
in there face to face, and we're kind of like wrestling around, and not throwing blows, but you know how you do that chest, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of screaming and spitting. She's like, you let all these bitches come and tell them they can't come back, kick them out for bigger stuff, and then let them come right back in, don't say nothing to them. And he's like, that nigger's never fucking allowed here again. That fucking nigger is never allowed here. And she's like,
What you say? You like that ain't your first time using that word. I could tell you be over there at one highs. Ooh, man, what? Higher than the stealth bomber, higher than the UAV, higher than the satellite.
bigger stuff, and then let him come right back in, don't say nothing to him. And he's like, that nigger's never fucking allowed here again. That fucking nigger is never allowed here.
Yeah,
and she's like,
first time you
that's it, shoot him.
Be fluent with it.
She kept telling me, shoot him, just shoot him. And she kept saying, like, Stephanie, stop. I'm like, I'm trying to talk to Dave. Dave, why did you hit my son with a bat? And this son, I don't know where my son's at, because we went looking for him first when we got into town. He's not there. Nobody's seen him. We were looking for him for 45 minutes. Mom was in the back worried about getting something to eat. I had not heard from my son for 4 days after that. I didn't know if he crawled off somewhere, died. He hit the dog with a bat. And this is just based. I've still not seen my son. I don't know where my son is. I don't know if he's okay. I don't know what. He said his arms swollen twice the size of his body. And he's like, yeah, and he did that to my window, so I'm calling the police. I said, okay. We're both calling the police at the same time, because he told me how he crawled away from here with broken arms and put that to the windshield. That looked
He like type person who try to cut the grass with a broom. Mm-hmm. Try to mop while it's raining outside or something. Yeah, like it's just certain like, bro, why do people be on drugs and acting like nobody know? That's what make me mad. I think that's what make me mad that she really think that everybody think she's sober. They done gave you your little coke. Man, give her a cigarette. 5 more minutes of this BS. All they gotta do is give her a cigarette now. She got the little Coca-Cola right there. The cigarette. Oh, come on, man.
Pretty heavy.
Y'all don't know the combos.
You did that because I called you and told you I'm on my way, and you know I'm going to get with you, and that's just that. He knows it. I'm tired. I was tired of Dave. Dave is psychotic crazy. I swear to God he is.
Can't stand.
So we get there, and like I said, he ran up on me 3 times, and I took a couple steps backward. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I can't stand her. He had his fist clenched and shit, and he was really sizing me up because I just knew any given second he was going to take off on me. And Stephanie got away. She just can't remember her hollering to shoot him. Well, the last time he ran up on me, and he said he was going to get his bat so he could do me like he did my son. I shot him.
Amber admits that she is the one who shot David, but she only did it in self-defense.
Like,
I didn't know what.
I could just see her with a broom trying to cut the grass.
Like I said, I see him pulling that on Stephanie. And
like, from Breaking Bad.
Right now. And I might be wrong, but I don't regret it because my son didn't deserve that.
So Xavier calls you at the casino. You hear about this casino. You guys are leaving. And correct me if I get this wrong. And Xavier calls you, tells you that David beat him with a bat. He's at the quick shop.
Mm-hmm.
And can hardly breathe, you said.
Yeah.
Sounds very like he's hurt.
Yeah.
Anybody correct in saying that?
Yeah.
So you guys roll up to Wichita. During that time, do you have a conversation with David?
You do?
What's your David's conversation like? You have a phone call or text message or what?
I texted him first and asked him. I think I tried to call first and he went to voicemail, so I texted him asking him if he beat my son with a bat. And I don't remember if he texted me or not, but I do know that the people in the car that known him for 20 years just swore he wouldn't do that. And I'm telling you right now, he would do that much, 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 much more and has. I guarantee it. I'll put my life on it. And I called him speakerphone for everybody in the car.
Thought I heard something.
And I said, did you hit and beat my son with that? Yes, I did. Get that bat ready. I'm going to rock you when I get there. And it was intent when I said I was going to beat his ass because I know I can. I've been doing a lot for a long time and I was going to beat his ass, but I seen the psychotic rage.
You've been doing that a lot.
I'm not sure if I was going to be able to. And
look, as soon as she said, I've been doing that a lot for a long time, just look at the detective. He instantly just look at her like, oh yeah.
And it was intent when I said I was going to beat his ass because I know I can. I've been doing a lot for a long time and I was going to beat his ass, but I seen the psychotic rage he was in and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to. And then when he threatened me, that is just a weapon as a gun is. I know people have died from bats. My son is a kid. He's homeless. He had nowhere to go. He didn't deserve that. Now he doesn't have his phone still. He don't have his backpack. He's been out here. I don't know where he's at. I did not talk to him for 4 days. I thought he was dead.
When he's up in your face,
you didn't care.
I'm gonna shoot this guy.
I wanted to the whole time. No, I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to the whole time because.
Why do you want to shoot?
Because I didn't know if my son was dead or alive, and I did not. I just felt my heart went out to my son.
You thought about it. You wanted to the whole time.
I thought about it.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
I've thought about shooting people too, but
yeah, I mean, that's an initial thought a person has. It's natural. You don't say you're in the midst of all of this, and I'm not gonna lie, I was probably high. I know, in fact, I was high because we smoked a bowl before we left. But
bowl of what? A bowl of what? No, a bowl of what? Cause look, this what I be telling people. They always say, yeah, we smoked a bowl before we left. A bowl of what? Of what? You probably ain't even, man, look, if your son anything like you, I'm sorry to tell you. Y'all, he still don't know he missing. Look, let me find out that her son just come up out of nowhere perfectly safe and she was just in a drug rage.
Now, does that make one's mind think irrationally? I don't believe it does, because I felt as though I held my position and allowed him to do the most, and until he threatened my life as well, and which I didn't know he turned around on me what he was going to do.
A ball.
When does he talk, or what does he say to you again about doing something to you?
He said, "I'm going to go get the bag to you like I did your son."
Does he ever touch you?
Yeah, when he ran up on me, he like I expressed, like, you know, his fist clenching, like, bumping with his shoulder, and he's all up in my face. I had to do this so he didn't touch my face, you know. But he never full hit me, you know. But yeah, he touched me. Yeah.
Just with his chest?
His chest, his shoulder, you know, and then he went back and do that with his arm. Yeah, I didn't know what Dave was gonna do.
What do you mean, what he was gonna do?
Well, he was walking back. He was going back towards the house to get his bat, and he, like he said, as he was walking back, and then he turned around to do one last run up on me. I shot him. I shot one damn time, once. I did not overkill him. I aimed and I shot. When I aimed, it was gonna hit him right here, but he went to when you do that turn, that like whatever. Run back on me, whatever, and turn a little back. I think it might hit him like right there.
With Amber's confession out of the way, the detective has been analyzing her story to see if what she did was murder or self-defense. When Amber finishes her statement, it's the detective's turn to present all the evidence they have against her and call her out for her many lies.
But I think I was going to stop saying that. But
Stop sign? What stop sign? I ain't see a stop sign. Nah, I was just playing. But what's up, Melly? Man, look here, man. You said, remember, guys, stay out of drugs and stay out of trouble and you'll be fine. Oh, so headshot. She smoked something else? Nah, they ain't no mission. They ain't no mission buckers. Nah, they ain't no mission buckers. That ain't John. John. That bowl, your bowl and her bowl is not in the same category. I ain't gonna lie to you, John. Yeah, this is actually backstabbing some lost old parent. Like, wait, now that I'm thinking about it, what did you do? Did you do something to your son? Did she do something? Like, y'all think she did something to her own son and then blamed him? And I don't know. Because she talking about I was probably high. No, you was, and you knew you was. You was extra, actually.
so they're doing this and arguing and shit, and then he come to run up another time, and he ran towards me, and that's when he shoulder bumped me or whatever, and then he's like hurrying back to the house. He's like, I'm gonna get back to you like I did, so he trying to do one last like run up or whatever.
Where's he at when you shot him?
Right here on the porch, right by the porch.
Okay, and you're still standing there?
He kind of entered the doorway and turned around and went, you know, yeah.
Well, here's some concerns I have about this. I knew beforehand you were probably going to come in here and say something similar to that, or you weren't here.
I appreciate you, Casey, buddy.
You're telling me that David's the one that's pissed off, and we've interviewed Stephanie. We understand what this is about.
Mm-hmm.
It's about Xavier being over the house he's not supposed to because he stole from David, and that's what we're told from everybody.
Yeah, but he was allowed to for a couple weeks, and he was cool for a couple weeks after that. Then all of a sudden it changed. So,
well, irregardless, this stemmed over from Xavier being there when David wasn't there, and then something happens. Xavier, I've talked to him, and he's not being honest with me, or he's not being forthcoming with information.
You talked to him?
Oh yeah.
Is he okay?
He's fine. That's some concerns I have there. He's fine. He says I wasn't injured.
He will say he will do that. He will.
Well, I checked him out. I didn't see any bruises, anything of that nature. So, irregardless, I don't know. I don't know what Xavier says to you on the phone, besides what you tell me, okay? Because Xavier, he's not being forthcoming with that.
He's scared.
Well, Xavier didn't kill anybody,
Okay. I
okay?
did.
Right, but so I don't understand why, if he's got more to say, then he wouldn't tell me that. But regardless, he's had his chance, and he didn't. So what I do know, though, I don't know what he told you, okay? I know that you're obviously pissed off at the casino.
Oh, yeah. At the casino, obviously.
And quite honestly, if somebody,
Livid.
if my son or daughter called and says somebody beat them with a bat, I would be pissed off too. I couldn't agree with you more. But the problem I have is here, you're telling me that David's all fired up. Now, I know when you guys arrived there that David is outside on his front porch. I know some people go inside and what they hear is an argument. They don't hear, they do hear an argument. They know David was kind of hot, started kind of yelling when you guys arrived. But what they hear more than anything is you yelling, and I can tell.
It was Stephanie.
Well, they know Stephanie and they know you, or they know Stephanie and they know you. But here's the problem I have. You told me that David was the one wound up, but when I look at these text messages in David's phone, so here's just kind of basically what we do is download phones, and it gives us the content. So basically we got this program where I punch your number in there, and it gives me all the calls and text messages between you and David. Mm-hmm. So what it did is kind of cut this out, okay? And there's a missed call there from you to him. Then there's one from him to you. Or I'm sorry, you called him again and talked for 34 seconds. And then there's one to you from him, right there. And that's at 2:49 hours.
That's text.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And these things he spoke over the phone, over the voice call right here on speakerphone.
Right.
As well, yeah.
And I obviously can't get all the facts from that, all the details from that, but I can get from the text. He's telling you to cool down. He wasn't injured. He was asked repeatedly to leave, and it wouldn't, so I helped him along. Now, I'm not trying to judge. And I'm not trying to judge what David did to him. Yeah. I'm not saying that's right or that's wrong, but what you're telling me, you were the cool one there, but when I look at these text messages, you were pissed.
Oh, yeah, in the text, in this time, you didn't ask me about, this time I was livid.
David is the cool one in this text message.
Because he knows he fucked up. But see, right here, initially at the casino, yes, I was heated. My son just got off the phone with me and told me about it. Yes, I was heated. And he's trying to justify it. David's not dumb. David's not dumb by far. He's a very highly intelligent man. Okay. And he knows. He knows how to cover he knows. Yeah, I was livid then.
There's things in this case that I can prove and things that obviously are up to it.
Just go to jail. Like, detective, you really wasted my time, because if you would have gave her a cigarette, we could have been out of here a while ago. She would have sat right there with that cigarette, and before it even got halfway, you would have had everything you need to know from the case. And you could have went home and washed your head in peace. But no, you want to sit right here and play and keep asking somebody who is constantly, like, she is on drugs. Bring her back tomorrow. Ask her some questions tomorrow, because after this, you're not getting nowhere. No, unless you give her that cigarette.
Interpretation by other people, such as yourself and the other 4 people.
Or y'all think she about the crack?
Why would I lie about any factors within it? I wouldn't.
To make it look better for yourself.
How? It's wrong, no matter how it looks.
You think it's wrong that you shot him?
Well, I think the murder is wrong regardless, but why did I have to be pushed to that? Do you see what I'm saying? I think everyone's allowed to protect themselves for a reason. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Why would I hold out for so long? Why would I allow him to at least make way to the fucking door to get a bat and tell me that?
And you also say I'm going to rock you guys.
That's damn right.
And you told me that. Okay? So that seems like you're taking the fight to him.
You was?
Well, yeah. I was going to beat him up. I told you that. I was going to beat him up.
This when the drugs be just messing with your brain. So basically, she is saying that I was going to beat him up. So you are instigating a fight while you got a gun. That's basically what you're doing. You're instigating a fight, hoping So you basically like, touch me, touch me, touch me. I wish you would touch me, touch me. And then like getting all up in his face, making him touch you. And then yeah, that sounds like what happened.
I had no intentions initially on using that
Don't
gun
touch me.
because I thought I could beat him up until I seen the psychotic rage he was in.
Then why did you get out of the car with that gun?
For my protection in case I needed it. I seen they pull a knife on Stephanie going down the road while he was driving.
But you're the one who's going to kick his ass in these messages.
Yes, but if you, okay, think about this. Have you ever had to fight someone that's psychotic, like just out of their fucking mind crazy?
Yes.
Okay, and you're gonna have to put in work to do that. I'm old and tired. I'm tired of this shit. Okay, I have had to do that, and
Well, you don't take your person to the casino because we got
No,
to do that. But you bring it out for that.
Yes, I did for my protection. I did. But if I was coming straight to come kill him, I would not even brought the purse. I just took the gun out and just went up to him and shot him. I didn't do that, and I shot one time. I'm not saying that it makes it better. I'm not saying it makes it any more right. I deserve to pay for it. But I think the factors apply that, I have a right.
Okay.
I didn't know if my son was okay. You think I want to go through this?
Yes.
You do?
No. Sorry if you interrupted that. No.
You don't know what I've been through.
You trying not to laugh.
You don't know what it's like to remember your life, all your life.
Well, obviously, Amber, I have not lived in your shoes. I have not lived in David's shoes. People we talked to said David was a great guy. He was kind of an asshole sometimes, but he was a good guy. That's, you're saying different. I don't know. I mean, it's one of them things. I don't know David, so I can't
He
comment
had a
on it.
guy out looking for him named G.I. Joe that wanted to
AI
kill
making
him.
sense.
He had several other people. It's even said on the news he had called.
Okay, look. So this is probably what one of my theories is. So she said that she moved in with David because he was sleeping with her. And she was insane. She getting money. She getting little drugs. What if David said, I'm not giving you no more money? What if David said, get away from me? What if David said, I'm done talking to you? And she took it the complete wrong way. And then she like, nah, I'm not doing this. Or she look like the type of, don't she look like the type of woman like you kick out the house and she just beating on the door, knocking on the window and just standing outside in the rain? Like, or, okay.
Interrogations all the time. He's always in some shit.
Yeah, let's get back to this case anyway.
Always.
And she instigated everything.
Easy
Remember
to go
that.
along with.
Well, the problem is, people there are hearing you two argue, and then he gets shot.
Listen,
What they don't hear during an argument is
her saying kill him 500 times.
They don't hear that, and then they don't hear. I'm gonna get my bat and do the same shit that you did to your son. Now, does he open the door? Does he open that front door?
Well, they had looked out one time, and I believe closed the door. But the door, yeah. I think he did open the door. He did open the door. He
Was the door open when you shot him? Do you remember?
The door was open when I shot him. Yeah, he had opened the door. Yes, the door was.
Boy, what she just say? My bad, y'all. My brain just. What? What the? Look, man. Look, it's people like her that try to mess with my mental. I'm sorry, y'all, but just what? They moved out. What does that mean? Did you open the doors? They moved out. Yeah, they moved out. They I don't know where they live now. What? Like, just listen to what she said.
That you did to your son. Now, does he open the door? Does he open that front door?
Well, they had looked out one time, and I believe closed the door. But the door, yeah. I think he did open the door. He did open the door.
Was the door open when you shot him? Do you remember?
The door was open when I shot him. Yeah, he had opened the door. Yes, the door was open when I shot him.
Imagine what her mind
Been
is.
open the whole time.
Where were you aiming when you shot him?
What do you mean? For at him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did you got sights on that gun? I don't know.
No, I don't.
It's just the end of the gun. Are you kind of aiming that way, or are you just like point aiming, or how you doing it? But what are you shooting for? What area of the body?
Right.
His head. Okay.
Whoever said that in the chat, you're right. Yep, we already knew that though. Her brain is over with. Her brain is over with. That little outburst she just did just told us everything we need to know about her. You are not even mentally here, and you don't need to be in public with us.
He's telling you he's going to do the. He's told you he's going to do the
Walk the
same
white
thing to
formula.
your son.
Yes.
Did he say he'll beat your ass with a bat or do
No,
the
he
same
didn't say
thing?
none of that. No,
You just said
same thing.
Same thing that I did to your son.
That's right.
So you assume at that time that.
I know the bat's behind the door.
How do you know that that's?
Because it's there all the time. He has one behind the door and one behind the couch. I know it there every day. Been there. I help him do lots of jobs, and I know where the bat's at. He's shot someone before. He's not how anybody. It's probably Ashley and Rob because they just got back from hell. I don't know how long years. I don't know. He's very, very. He does help people, but not without cost.
Okay, let's get back to this. Okay, so he keeps going behind the door, on the front door there, and behind the couch.
Yes.
He's facing you. Is it at one point in time, just so I can understand, that he just threatens to do to you what he did to your son again, and that's when you make the decision to shoot, and he's facing you at that time?
Yes, because he had already hurried to the porch and was going inside, and I know he was a matter of around the door, and he's got the bat. Okay, he didn't. Maybe I should have waited till he had the bat came at me then too, but I was scared. At that point, I was scared because I've never been able to bat, and all I knew was once he had that bat and was coming at me, that it was inevitable that one of us was going to get hurt, and I'm tired of being the one.
I'll see you in a minute, Mr. Towers.
What did you think he was?
Once he got that bat, he was going to come. The 3 times he ran up on me in the rage and the little whatever confrontation that shit was, I guarantee you he was going to hit me with that bat. There's no doubt in my mind. None. I wasn't allowing that. And you can hate me for it.
Okay, she using all her tactics, fakes, for real.
I'm telling the truth.
So you shot him because of what he did to your son?
Because what he was going to do right then and get that bat to do me like he did my son.
Okay.
That is the only time I bared that gun.
But you had thought about it before that.
Of course, and the argument, yes, and I remain calm on my dad's grave. I was not hollering at him. That was him and Stephanie nonstop. In fact, I couldn't get a word in sometimes afterwards. Stephanie was, if you knew her, she didn't even know I got out the car the night he pulled the knife on her. Because she was so bad. She called me 10 minutes later, when did you get out? I don't know. I can't tell you. I can't make things up or add to or take nothing away. All I have is what it is.
Once again, we have a murder suspect claiming self-defense. Yet when their victim is killed, not only do they hide the murder weapon, but they also go on the run for several weeks.
Exactly.
Amber can claim self-defense, but in reality, because she hid the weapon and ran, she knows what she did was not considered self-defense.
Did you know we were looking for it?
I had an idea you were looking for me when I was over at AJ's, and you guys were getting ready to run up in there. And I just wanted to call you guys at one point and tell you to call up your elite team because I'm too old for this shit. You guys all but walked over me. So many times I just barely...
Were you there when we served the search warrant?
I was there when you were pulling up. I watched you guys pull up with your lights off. I was out. I was sneaking away, running.
Well, AJ, that's over on Green, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Officers I know went there and talked to him about coming in and searching for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Were you there then?
I was not inside. I was there right before you guys came up.
Where were you at?
I was in the house for a couple hours before that, and then I ran out the back and hopped fences and hid under a car, and then I slept under a porch a few blocks away. Right before the overpass where you can walk across the overpass.
Were you there when we came back during the daytime?
I was watching you guys while you watched his house.
So look, y'all. Hold on. I just want you to see something. What's up, 1979? What's up, John? You said Anthony. What's up, Time for Street Justice? I want y'all to realize something. She just said, because y'all know Retro Mind move fast. I'm sorry. But she just said that she slipped. She did all this Mission Impossible Tom Cruise, all type of stunt double stuff. She slipping through cars. She doing all this. How you do all that? You still watching the police? Cause you was in the house. Girl, you ain't do nothing. You weren't slipping away. I slipped under a porch a few blocks away. How was you still watching them then? Okay.
I was in the house for a couple hours before that, and then I ran out the back and hopped fences and hid under a car, and then I slipped under a porch a few blocks away. Right before the overpass where you can walk across the overpass.
Were you there when we came back during the daytime?
I was watching you guys while you watched his house. Right on Keller Drive, kind of like where the overpass that you can walk across. Like I was there. I seen her just watching a.
Said she jumping constants with no
So
jumping fences when no constants there.
Yeah, no, I was in the house when you guys were coming, and then I was in the backyard, and then I had jumped the back fences, and then I was up under a van when you guys were coming from the one block over with your lights off and shit. When you're in this position, you don't know what you might, you know what I'm saying? You're scared. I wanted to come back and talk to you guys, and then just the fear overrode because I can justify my actions don't mean that you guys think they were justified.
You think looking back on it now, reviewing it, do you think that you should have shot him? What about then? When you hear the moment, do you think you should have shot him, or did you think after that you fucked up?
I think I should have. No, my son's okay though. I shouldn't have. Now that I know my son's okay, I shouldn't have shot him.
In the end, Amber would be charged with second-degree murder, and the case would go to trial, where she would be found guilty. The prosecution was able to show the jury that not only was Amber not in any danger, but she also had the ability to leave the situation. After the jury found her guilty, Amber was sentenced to 16 years in prison, followed by 3 years of probation. What are your thoughts?
I be hating that shit, man.
To
I ain't
leave
gonna
the
lie.
situation.
I was just finna say she finna get 15 years. They gave her 16. 16 years. Followed by 3 years of probation. But man, look. But if it was a man, if he would have did that to her, he would have got life. But if he would have did that to her in the same exact manner, he would have got life. And that's exactly why I get mad. This is exactly why I get mad. Time out, see, I'm jumping. I was running. I was hiding under the car. Man. What's up, Storm? I appreciate you for the flower. That like stuff like that really be making me mad. I appreciate you, Storm Barnes. Yeah. You said one cig would have been a 5-minute video, ill detective. I keep telling y'all that. One cigarette. The Coke right there. The Coca-Cola is on the table. One cigarette. She would have sat back in 1892. That was the first crime I committed. And went on up. Like, come on, man. That's crazy. Do you understand how fast the world changes in 1 year, let alone 15? We have to learn how to control our anger. Damage. If you would have did the same thing, you would have got life. Yep, you would have got life. If you would have did exactly what she did, in the same way she did it, the same exact way she did it, you would have got life. You said one Mountain Dew and a John, a Mountain Dew and that Marlboro. Everybody like to say Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola is a good one. They love them dark sodas. But man, that Mountain Dew, man, that caffeine that had them right there screaming. Satisfied, you hear me? Said I had a great time with you yesterday. My fingers still smell. Ain't sugar in the tank. You test the wrong chat, didn't you? You probably wait, hold on. Sugar in the tank. You got an iPhone? Let me find out you meant to test that in your reply to somebody. Ooh, hey, Sugar in the tank. Yeah, okay. I see you. You might want to cut that finger off. yeah. Boil it. It ain't no way. You talking about something? Yeah, man. They don't sound too good. You said I appreciate you and your channel. Thank you. I ain't gonna lie, it's 4 in the morning. It's 4 in the morning, y'all. You say you go to prison, you gonna miss a whole series of Samsung Galaxy phones. Yeah, you come out now, you for real, you for sure. You get 15 years right now, you for sure ain't getting out of jail till Galaxy got holograms. I ain't gonna lie. And then Apple gonna come back 4 years afterwards. Hologram. Look, guys. Look, it's new. Hologram. No. He said only Mountain Dew I drink is 200 proof. Yeah, man. A parasite hate seeing you coming. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, a parasite hate seeing you coming. You the only person I know who give parasites that been here for billions of years a problem. She look like the average inmate. I ain't gonna even lie. She looks like the average inmate. You said 15 years, Samsung Galaxy phone might be made in another galaxy. Man, they're gonna have AI robots, man. She taught the crowd her way out of 10 years. They always do. They Crystal Bush, they always get the crowd their way out of them years. And that be blowing me. That's the part that be blowing me right there. Those summer drink is Jello shots. Ugh. I ain't had no Jello shots in years. It's been at least probably almost 3 years now. For probably almost 3 years since I had the Jello shot. Man, I ain't gonna even lie. It's 4:08. I do not miss having to get up this early for work, man. Hey, look, yeah, man. I used to have to get up this early, get ready for work and stuff, right? I had to get up this early. It's 4:08. I had to get up by like 4:15. Make sure I'm on the bus by like 4:40, 4:38, depending. And then go to work, man. I used to hate that shit. Freezing outside too. Freezing. Snow on the ground, all type of stuff. I hated that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't wish that on nobody. But one thing I do want to do. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This is one thing I want to do. This why I'm y'all wonder why I'm going so hard with these videos. Cause I'm trying to hurry up, run up as much money as I can because I wanna help people this season. Yeah, I need to get me a truck. I got chains and stuff. I got toe straps. But yeah, like where I'm at, every single winter, so many people get stuck and people be having a charge, like get their head bust. I wonder how many people, I think the tow company's gonna hate me, y'all. They gonna try to get me took out. Cause I'm gonna take people out for free. I'm getting people out for free. He said, man, I hear that. I have been working for over a month. I start a new job Monday. Hey, Bullet Farm. Godspeed. Nah, but look, jobs are actually fun when it's a good environment. What's up, Addict for Life? Melanie. iPhones didn't even exist when dude I knew got locked up for first degree murder. He gets out in like 4 years. Investigation Discovery did an episode on him. Look here, Melanie. Look here, Melanie. How is he still alive? How is he still alive? That's a long time. He said he got locked up before iPhones existed. He took man. He took his time on the chin, didn't he? Y'all wanna know what like get weird? Like, I ain't gonna lie. It was just like yesterday feel like it was just like 2009, 2010. And everybody in this chat can agree that something is going on with the world with time, right? So we all on that. We all on the same accordance with that, right? That time is not real. Something is going on with the time. We don't be tired and all this. Y'all wanna know what I think it is? And my lives better not get turned off. Look, man. I feel like the energy of night is a real. I think at night is the only time you get real energy from your environment now. And wow, what do you mean by that? The same reason why you feel calmer in the middle of the night is something about the night that's outside don't feel the same no more. Nighttime don't feel like daytime. Y'all ever wondered that? Why is everybody so much calmer at night? You ever had, like, I even look at cats. That cats, they tee up all night. Don't get me wrong. But that first sign of it start getting dark, they be asleep. They might wake up in the middle of the night and start teeing up. But after they get up, they got so much good energy. Like, it's something about the middle of the night and the energy with it. It's like the first sign of darkness, they go to bed. Then after that is wraps. And I think the government be look, some days the sky just don't look real. Okay, I'ma just tell y'all that. I went outside one day and I be having a lot of planes fly over my house and I can spot a plane and it's weird. It's like you go outside every day. Y'all know I pay attention. Y'all know I pay attention to stuff. I pay attention to patterns and I pay attention to things. How come like I'd be like, oh, it's just a coincidence that a plane flies over here at this time and I can never see it. So think about this, y'all. Every other night you can see planes, right? But every single time you hear them flying over your house, it just so happen to be muggy and real thick outside. You can't see no stars, no nothing. I think they cloaked I think the government cloaked the skies at times. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Yeah, that's the craziest thing I done heard too. Yeah. Y'all ever came outside at night and like it ain't nothing up there? It's nothing. It's nothing. But the next night them stars right back conveniently in the same spot. And it be on and I'm talking about on a regular night. I'm talking about on a regular cool like a regular night. If it's like, yeah, it don't be making sense. Everybody that went through it where you looked up in the sky and noticed it ain't nothing up there. And you probably didn't think nothing of it, but it wasn't no bad weather. It wasn't nothing. You said they got fake planes that are throwing out chemtrails now. Look it up. Y'all want me to, look, before we get to this next video, I'm finna really get y'all started. Look, I'll really get y'all started when it comes to chemtrails. In 2020, I tell everybody this. I was sitting in my car, I watched the chemtrail in the sky, and I seen it dropping stuff. And when I get out the car, right, it's like somebody sprayed air freshener on top of my body. And I smell like Lysol. And then I'm like, So I walked in the house. And then I asked my mom, I'm like, hey, smell it. So she like, why you smell like Lysol? So one thing I noticed before I went in the house is my car was covered in like a thick film. Like, imagine somebody get a big air freshener bottle and just spray. You know how air freshener come down and leave that residue? Yeah, you'd have had somebody spray some air freshener and it got on you. Yeah, you had somebody spray the air freshener bottle and the air freshener got up in your hair and stuff. Yeah, man, you ain't better than us. You ain't better than us, man. The air freshener in your eye, now you over here washing your eye, thinking that you gonna lose your eye at times. Yeah, man. So yeah, I feel like a lot of this stuff, like the chemtrail, but that day the chemtrail, after that, everybody got sick. That's when the sickness really started. And I'm gonna keep it 100 at that. But yeah, a lot of people, like the government put a lot of, like, say y'all remember how I was talking about how the FDA allow a certain amount of BS in your food. So the stuff that they put in your food, like the sorbic acid and all this other stuff that I can't even pronounce offhand because the word is just so like crazy and shouldn't be consumed. So just all these different type of things that you look up the side effects of when you take too much of it, and then you looking at it like, oh, and then y'all gotta remember that some food can allow a certain amount of metals, and if you got parasites in your body and you allowing toxins and metals, and you got chemtrails dropping metals and stuff out the sky, and look, this how they get away with it, dropping harmful stuff. People, it's not in the chemtrail itself. It's what happened when the chemtrail mixed with the vapor, like the fuel vapors and all that shit. When the chemtrail mixed with the jet fuel vapors, it ain't the chemtrail, because if you go walk up to it and go test it, you're gonna be like, oh, it ain't nothing. But when you mix it with the fuel, like the like the fuel gases and all that, you get a whole different effect. It's like you got apple cider, you got like basically you got apple cider, right? You got apple cider vinegar, right? You be like, oh, it ain't nothing, it ain't harmful, it ain't gonna do nothing. You can have the apple cider vinegar, but if I go get me some baking soda and pour it in there and close it, it's gonna explode. Now it's dangerous. You see how that work? When it mixed together, now it creates something completely different. And that's what people fail to realize. That's how they get you. That's how they get everybody. It took me till I was older to start realizing, like, hold on, that's how they get us. They say, oh, it's safe, but they not telling you that when it combined, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. When it's jet fuel, when the vapor and all these gases from the jet fuel mix with that, it create a whole different compound, and y'all don't want to talk about that. Now the jet fuel vapors is mixed inside this. Now it's raining down. So now it ain't as clean and it's not as good as what you said. No, make it make sense. To make it make sense. Man, I thought somebody tried to get me. I'm like, damn, I said too much. Man, I'm like, again? Damn. I'm like, man. Yeah, man, that's the dreadful sound. And y'all wanna know something? Y'all wanna know something? I want every single person to do this. If you read the Bible, go learn more about it. Yep. If you believe in the Bible, go learn more about it. No matter what religion you believe in, I don't care what religion or what you believe in, go learn more about it. Because you ain't done yet. Yeah, I know somebody told you that, but you're not done yet. You're not, because it's stuff that you missed. It's stuff that you didn't see, and it's messing. Y'all want me to tell y'all something? Y'all want me to tell y'all something that somebody told me? Some of y'all know exactly what I'm gonna say. Some of y'all, look, I'm gonna tell y'all. A lot of y'all messed up in life. A lot of y'all went through the things y'all went through, the things we went through, all the crazy stuff we went through in life, all the setbacks, all the never being able to get ahead, all the times that we got to where we wanted to be, and then we got pushed right back. Then we got where we wanted to be. Then we got pushed all the way back. Then we got it took from us. Then we had to find a way to get it back. You know why we went through all that. Y'all wanna know why we went through all that? Because it ain't because of what you think. It's because of what you didn't understand. They said, like, people be like, oh, I read the Bible, I believe in the Bible. They said Jesus died for your sins, right? He died for your sins, right? Right? That's what he died for your, look, make it make sense. He died for your sins, right? So why are you trying to be him? He told you to be yourself. He ain't tell you to be Jesus. You wanted to be Jesus. You wanted to go out here and help people. You kept giving everybody your last knowing that they weren't going to return. You gave that person your energy knowing they was a bad person. You tried to fit somebody who it's not your, you tried to bless somebody and it wasn't even their time to be blessed. And you wonder why stuff happened. You blessing people who was supposed to struggle. Yup. You bless people who was supposed to struggle. Because why? Because as soon as you bless them, they watched you struggle. They watched you struggle. And now you wondering why life just kept going on and on the way it is. And a lot of people feel like they ignorant. Nah. You ain't been ignorant. You been exactly who you supposed to. You don't sit right here and try to play God. A lot of people sit right here and play God. And they wonder why they life. What happened when you play God? What happened when you play God? Nothing good happened to it. So when you over here, okay then, stop trying to be Jesus, because Jesus is considered a God, right? Like, right? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Stop trying to save people. Stop trying to bless people. You don't bless just any and everybody. And when I say bless, I mean blessing ain't this. Blessing ain't you walking up being like, here, you need some money, a homeless person, you need this, you need that, or you out of the kindness of your heart doing things. It's when you breaking your back, when you going out of the way, when you don't have to give and you're constantly giving. That's when it becomes a problem. You being fruitful enough to be like, oh, I can do this, I can do that. That's the difference. Oh yeah, my YouTube money hit, man. I'm going to the store, homeless man. Can you just buy me something to drink? Man, here, I'm finna buy you some snacks. I'm finna buy this. I'm finna buy that. Here, I got some. You want to be okay smooth? Here, like, I ain't buying no pack of cigarettes. That cost too much. But hey, look, I got you though. I'm finna go in here, spend a quick $10, $12. You asked for a juice. But I had that to give. I didn't go out of my way and be like, oh, I'm finna do this and do that. No. God told him to ask me at that moment, and that's how it go. You bless when you can. You don't break your back, because whenever you break your back, that's when life start going wrong. You can't help nobody if you can't help yourself, and that hurt. Y'all know that's the part that hurt. That's the part that hurt. When you figure out that you can't help nobody unless you help yourself, because you the one that's gonna make the right decision. They not gonna make the right decision. They getting too much help. You know what it's like. You know what it's like to come from nothing. You know what it's like to be by yourself at the end of the night. You have to deal with it. When everybody else go home and they smiling, they having a good time, and you left and it's just you, and you got to clean up the mess. You got to deal with other people's problems and pick up all the pieces. You got to realize, like, damn, yeah, you played the wrong role. You played the wrong role. No, I can't watch, and that's why. No, that's yeah, and that's why you help people. Like, you have that to give. Think about this. Think about this. You like, man, I'm eating. We have the ability to be like, oh, hey, man, you can have, like, you can have some of this. I can give you half my food. Like, I don't eat in front of nobody either. Nah, that's just diabolical. You can get them a piece of something, or offer at least. You said child support due. Man, Tyrone, I ain't gonna lie, I quit a job because my boss disrespected one of my coworkers who was on child support. I ain't gonna lie, coolest dude I ever met. And the only reason he's on child support is because he came from a terrible family. So the day that he was supposed to go to court, his brother was supposed to take him there. After his brother made, like, so this what happened. His brother messed up his car. And then his brother was supposed to take his truck and take him to court and help him with some money and all this and all that. The brother didn't come, and all type of stuff. Like, the brother didn't come get him, didn't do that. So now he calling. The brother like, oh yeah, I'm on the way. No, he wasn't. He went to sleep. The brother like, I'm on the way, then went to bed. So he ended up getting stuck with a judgment by child support that was just crazy. Like, it was wild. He bringing home probably 200 a week. I'm like, bro, 200 a week, working from 5:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. No, no, no. Nah, Diesel, I don't like disrespectful people. Yeah, and after, cause you gotta remember, my coworker quit, right? And then they put all his responsibilities on me. Now the boss mad at me, like it's my fault that he quit. Nah, it wasn't a blessing. Actually, no, hey Diesel. No, it was time for me to bet on myself. Like, whenever you got somebody constantly disrespecting you, that's when I said you gotta learn. You gotta learn yourself. Whenever you got somebody constantly disrespecting you, aka somebody who refused to pay you, but they getting paid literally 4 times, probably, yeah, 20, 5 times more than what you getting. Like, just look here, Diesel. When somebody get paid 5 times more than what you getting, wants you to come to work earlier because they employee quit that was there for 18 years because they refused to pay them. Diesel, I want you to say this. So if you've been working at a job, right? You the warehouse master. You the warehouse master. You the warehouse master. You've been working at a job for 18 years. I want you, hey, shout out to Nicole Hill with the flow set. I appreciate you, Nicole. But imagine you the warehouse master, right? So whenever anything go wrong, I got to speak to you. Whenever we got any deliveries, say we get sheet metal, like sometimes the sheet metal, it outweighs the forklift. So sometimes the sheet metal will pick it up. It's only one person who can maneuver all that weight and pick it up perfect without destroying the truck. Him. He been there for 18 years. Whenever they, like, imagine you be like, you ever went inside a warehouse and they like, we had these huge shelves and we need one built. He the one that build the shelves. They come on a pallet on the truck. I literally get the pallet off the forklift, move it to the back, and he builds the shelf. And look, my job, he only getting paid, bringing home $200 a week. You want to know why? Because he's only getting paid $16.50. I'm like, bro, how am I getting paid more than you? How am I getting paid more than you? I get paid like 17. He can pay $16.50. He been here for 18 years. I looked at it like this because I was doing my little YouTube on the side, and then I'm like, wait, hold on. Like this money is nothing. Like, y'all really got us working entirely too hard for nothing. Like, cause even after taxes, I'm looking at what, 400 for something after tax. I'm like, bro. And I just bought a car and stuff. I'm like, if it weren't for YouTube, I wouldn't even be making it. Like, I would, but it'll straight, it'll be real life. I'll be struggling bad. So I start looking at it like that. Like, man, you said directors don't even know your name, let alone know how long you've been at the company. Nah, the crazy part is the company we was at was a small company. It was only about 8 employees, but y'all know how the man worked there for 18 years. They hired somebody else to go work in the office for like 22. They started him off at 22. And look, I liked the job because it was cool vibes, but then y'all want me to be honest with y'all? Our boss had a vasectomy, and he started acting like a real female. I swear to God, I swear to God, I swear to God, acting like a real female. I swear to God, he would come in there, like, imagine, like, my coworkers, they'll have stuff in the back and all type of stuff, like they personal stuff. They, they got water coolers and stuff like that. They got fans because he think that you can power a whole warehouse with 2 fans. He think that you can be in a whole warehouse with 2 fans because he's sitting in the office with AC on it. And whenever he got to come out here to help, he just got an attitude. Yeah. Yeah. So that what really made me mad about that job. That is what really made me mad about that job. I'm like, bro, you acting like a female for what reason? Shout out to Sharita Garcia with the sunshine. I appreciate you, Sharita. But nah, it's stuff like that. You gotta be a man. But this what he did. So my coworkers was bringing in fans, and I'm talking about industrial size fans, because they was like, bro, we hot. I didn't when they said, look, y'all, I didn't understand when they said, like, bro, if we only got this one fan, we're gonna die. Man, look, tell me why I came in to work at 6 o'clock one day, and our boss had went and broke all the fans. It only kept the ones the company bought. So if it was anything else, he was ripping all type of stuff up. He talking about, I said clean up, and he was just having a spasm attack. And so one of the dudes was like, man, I had end up getting like a little alert. He been up here since 3:30 this morning. So he had a fight with his wife, and he'll come home. I said, come to work and just spaz out. So you think, look, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Once I seen him do that twice, like the first time I heard it, I didn't really see it. I just heard shit flying. But when I finally confirmed and seen it, and like seen the aftermath, you not finna throw no fit with me. I swear to God, hey, Diesel, he was throwing fits to the point where he back there breaking shit. Like, imagine me getting mad and just start, and throwing, no. Come on, man. I'm like, bro, I can't do this. I don't get paid enough for this. And then my other coworker, so he ended up talking to the big bosses, and the big bosses, like, they, look, so this what happened. So y'all remember I said I had the coworker that was there for 18 years. So we end up getting like a attempt to come in to help us, because we had like a crazy week coming up. So a temp came in, and he so happened to be a dude. He like, man, I got hit by an army truck. So the dude he got hit by an army truck, right? He like, man, yeah, man, I'm from down south. Yeah, man, I got hit by an army truck. They had to give me a whole new spine. So he's showing me like how much they pay for that. He like, man, they paid probably like 5-6 for it. I'm like, damn. So yeah, he ended up getting a whole new spine. He was strong as hell though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So he like, yeah, I'm just really waiting on this settlement money. He like, yeah, it's a few $100,000. He says it might be even closer to $1 million. So like as we at the job, the dude who working there for 18 years, you know, they get to talking back and forth, and he get to meeting him. He like, man, you a cool dude. And he like, man, you like how much you getting paid here for real? He told him, he looked at him like, you don't deserve that. Like, you don't deserve to get paid no $16.50. You been here for 18 years. $16.50? And you the leader of the warehouse. You gotta fill out slips. You gotta do all type of stuff. You're not just in a warehouse like UPS, FedEx, any delivery companies. Like, you own it. You the one writing the labels, getting it shipped out, making sure everything exactly what it's supposed to be. You are the one who do the dangerous stuff. Like, if you know, like if they be like, oh, this piece right here is $100 million, he is the one that's going to get it. That's the one that go get it, not the boss. You don't go get the boss, you get him. So that's when I'm like, when he started peeping that, because we had some crazy stuff happen. Who you had to go get? You got to go get him. He the only one who know exactly what to do. He done been through every situation 1,000 times. Cause that's where he be out here. You be in the office. You be in the office. We be in the warehouse all day. Y'all know how that go. Y'all know, warehouse people. Y'all know how it go when the people in the office think they know more, cause they sit down all day. So look, y'all. So look, so basically, this is like I said. Well, it wasn't that recent. This was a couple years ago. So, like, this will end up happening. So the temp dude, the one that got hit by the army, he had with the new spine and all that. He talking to him. He like, man, look, you need to be doing this and that, and that. We've been telling him the whole time, but it really opened his eyes when a stranger that he never even met walked up to him and was like, said the same thing we've been saying. It like, you deserve $35-$40 an hour. 50, 60, because you know how to do everything. You know how to do construction. You know how to do welding. You know how to do any warehouse, anything. You know how to put up shelves. You know how to put up decks. You know how to do everything. It ain't no way that they are underpaying you here. Anytime something needs to get built, like say we gotta send out a special shipment, he builds the pallets for them. He is building the pallets. He is breaking down pallets, rebuilding, making a pallet that you have never seen before. Like, man, after seeing all that, yeah, man, get on, man. Yeah, I couldn't do that. Yeah, he had got a whole new spine, a whole new one. You said I once had a boss tell me in the hospital having in fatal spasm at 4 months old. Not a reason to miss work. That was my last time. Oh, okay. I read that so wrong. Oh my God. Infantile spasm at 4. Hey, look here, Jonathan Sparrow. A lot of jobs don't care about your well-being. They only care about their own. Because have you ever noticed that when the manager and people need time off, everybody act like they really care? Because they treat you like you're a civilian and they are the police of the world. Simple as that. Like, that's how I go. But yeah, y'all, like, it got so crazy to the point where he asked for a raise, right? And they said, well, if you clean the whole warehouse spotless and it's nothing nowhere, everything in the spot is supposed to be, we'll give you a raise. On the Bible. I swear to God, y'all. I promise to God, y'all. Tell me why. They said if everything is nice and neat and the whole warehouse is nice and neat, right? Tell me why they overstocked the warehouse. Tell me why they overstocked the warehouse. They overstocked the warehouse. So we had so many boxes, we had so much stuff coming in, it was crazy. It was nothing to put nowhere at. Like, I don't think y'all understand that we had stuff, we had literally rolls of 5 to 6, 10, 20 of one thing, my height, like going up. Oh my Lord. I'm talking about the small boxes. I'm not even talking about the big ones that go up, that we stack 4 or 5 high. And you're not even supposed to have them that high. Yeah, they stocked the whole warehouse. And so look, so after they did that, you remember he asked for a raise. They said, okay, we're going to give you a raise only if you can make the warehouse look spotless and there's nothing. So he was supposed to go up to like $25 from $16.50 to $25, right? So he went from so basically, yeah, he went from supposed to go from $16.50 to $25, right? They did all this, overload the warehouse, and then he was like, man, I'm done. He was like, nah, fuck that, I'm done. I don't care. He like, I'd rather not have no job and this and that than y'all to sit right here and keep playing with me. So he ended up quitting. He went around, looked, found the first job, left. And I ain't gonna lie. Last time I talked, I think they said he making probably like 35, 40 something hour now. Yes. He most definitely went and got his money up. So after he quit, I was there for about 4 days, 4 days, something like that. I was there for about 3 or 4 days. And so now all his duties are pushed on to me. And now I'm looking like, hold on, you don't pay me enough for this. I was okay with being a sidekick. Hold on. Now I'm the main person. And now so much going on in the warehouse. Now the boss got to help, come out here and help. He always throwing pissy fits. He doing this and that. So on one Friday, he was just extra disrespectful to the point where I'm like, I really want to smack this man. Like, I really want to put my hands on him. Like, it was to the point where I was looking at him. I'm like, ha, 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 ha. And I just started smiling. And then he was like, I'm I'm like, I really put my, like, I'm looking at him. When I start smiling, like when I laughed, did the fake laugh, like, haha, and stop smiling, he already knew. He already knew. So that happened on Friday, right? Man, man, Saturday and Sunday, I couldn't go to sleep. I couldn't sleep well. Yeah, I couldn't sleep well Saturday and Sunday. I'm like, did he really just try to play in my face? So I came late on Monday because I wasn't gonna come at all. But I'm like, you know what? Instead of me quitting on the phone, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, and I gotta record you because y'all like to say I threaten people. So I talked to him real. I'm like, yeah, you really had me fucked up. Cause that you really did. You really had me fucked up. And I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, shit. I got that's on video. I got that recorded. I got the video about that one. He says happened too many times. You said a company that don't like employees talking about their place simply trying to hide which asses are being kissed. Exactly. Yep. I know I've been quit that job. That was like 2 years, man. I quit that job. It's been like 2 years now. It's literally on video. It's on YouTube. It's on video. I said, yeah, it's on YouTube. Most definitely. Cause it made me mad because I'm literally going to work every day getting disrespected. Y'all can just look at his energy in the video. You can tell he an asshole that like if the camera wasn't on, he would have had something to say. Like you can just get the yeah, fuck that shit. I'm like, bro, you drive a Tesla. And I asked him, I'm like, could you survive off what we make? No. No, I couldn't. Exactly. And you think you finna keep disrespecting me? You think, okay, watch this. I'm like, yeah, that Friday, because somebody offered me, like a woman offered me a job that Friday. I'm like, she was like, yeah, start off at 18. I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. My boss don't care. I will take it. And I was at that job for like 2 weeks. And then yeah, I was like, you know what? Let me try doing some YouTube videos for real. And after that, it was a wrap. Now I do like doing temp jobs. I do a temp job. I like temp jobs. Now I can't do no unless it's a good environment. I'll sit at a job all day if we got good people there. Imagine working your ass off just to know you're making the same as the new guy. Pretty much, John. I was making more money than him. He did way more than me, and that what made me even feel a little bad. Like, damn. So that meant I would never get no more money here. So I should automatically leave while I got the chance. Why would I sit right here, get comfortable here instead of leaving? Make it make sense. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to make it make sense. Emilio, yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, like he was having like I feel like no grown man. I don't know what happened after you get a vasectomy, but they don't act like men at times. I'm gonna just keep it at that. Like they act like females, like true females, like straight, how like straight rage, like roid rage, and you be like, bro. And then y'all gotta remember this. I had to clean up and pick up the stuff that he thrown around because I can't even work. I like he literally look. I don't think y'all understand. He literally destroyed the whole back of the warehouse. multiple times. So when we come back there, we looking for stuff. We got to get stuff for the customer. For me to even get to what the customer needs, I had to pick up the stuff that he threw over. I had to pick up the fan he didn't just broke. I had to pick up my coworker's stuff that he just broke. And one of my coworkers ended up, I had 2 coworkers. The first one quit a while, like a month before, because the boss broke all his stuff. He like, bro, you're not finna keep disrespecting me. I'm not finna keep coming to work and my stuff broke. So imagine you leave a charge or something back there, right? He was gonna rip it out the wall and throw it. Like when he go in his modes, that's stuff he does. And that's stuff he did. And then you gotta remember this. My coworker used to have to bring personal power tools to work, right? Had to bring personal power tools to work, right? Because the job required him to need that stuff, but they didn't have it. So now he got to bring his personal stuff in, and then when he leave it there, now the boss man and now breaking your personal equipment. But what? Like the way y'all remember I said he build the pallets and all that. That's how he using his equipment. Yeah, I couldn't. You said warehouse work is blue collar and shouldn't be mocked. Not everyone's an engineer or college graduate. You have awesome people working in warehouse environments. We ain't talking about the people. Like, I don't think y'all understand. It's not the people. Like, it's the higher ups, Turbo. It's the higher ups. Warehouses, man, look, warehouses be cool. Like, everybody who worked in a warehouse and had a good time, most likely in here. What's up, Mr. Towers? You said, sounds to me like the whole mess was a blessing in disguise because you're pretty good at making these videos. From what I can tell, you got a natural personality that people are drawn to. I appreciate that. Yeah, I always had natural personality people was drawn to. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know it was like this, but in person, people always love to talk to me, and like, yeah, it feels just like this. Yeah, I tell everybody, like, if you at a job where they disrespect you, you basically are just, it's a ticking time bomb. It's like, if a boss and all them are getting mad and they having fits and they throw fits, don't be like, oh, he having one of them days again. You start looking for you a new job because that's the only way you're going to be happy. You said how you know so much because I went through entirely too much. I had to grow up at a young age, and I ain't like I had. So think about this: I had to grow up at a very young age. I had to understand death from birth. I had to understand all that. That's what really like threw my mind on like understanding death from birth. Cause you like, damn, you see somebody every day and they'll die. And I learned that by the time I was 4 or 5. Like, oh yeah, you can see somebody every single day and they won't be here no more. So my brain started a little bit earlier than most people. And I had grew up, you gotta remember a lot of people had moms and dads and all this stuff. In high school, especially in high school and all that, I didn't get none in middle school because you got to think about it. Elementary school, my first grade teacher didn't like me. She used to get me kicked out. Ms. Westfall, I still don't like you, and it's still up and it's still stuck. I don't care. Write me up again. Yeah, me and her used to get into it all the time. But elementary school, I ain't gonna lie, I was a bad kid mainly because I was bored. Like I was way too smart to be here. I was way into like, in kindergarten, they had everybody doing the ABCs and stuff. I used to do my ABC paper 3 times with the numbers, with the 1, 2, 3 counting behind it. I'll do the ABCs, lowercase, then I'll do uppercase, then I'll write the numbers. And I still do that 3 times for the next kid got done. So I was always one of them kids who used to get in trouble because, man, y'all got me here playing. But nah. Yeah, it's really the way I grew up. The way I grew up, it just put me in a lot of crazy circumstances back to back, and I ain't understand it. So where you grew up at? St. Louis, Missouri. Yeah. It was about y'all gotta remember, like in middle school, I didn't get many presents and stuff in middle school. Like when it came to like getting stuff, because I was always labeled a bad kid because my principal lied on me. I tell everybody, when I went to middle school, that's when I gave up on like that's when I was like, okay, we going to class. I ain't bored no more. Like that bored mentality. Now I'm a little bit more nervous than bored. Like that boredom and that make you get in trouble. Now that's gone. But my principal set me up and got me kicked out of school in middle school. So when I was 12, that's when I started realizing that like it don't matter who it is. I already didn't trust adults. I didn't talk to people when I was young. Uh, People in my own family will tell you that I ain't talked to them till I was probably like 10 or 11. Like really talk to them. Like really, really sit right there and talk to them for longer than 3 seconds. I ain't talked to people. But yeah, I used to, like my principal, he used to always get me in trouble. You get kicked out. You get kicked out of middle school, get sent to another school. You're not getting enough for Christmas. You're not getting enough for your birthday. You ain't getting shit. So you know how that go. You being that motherfucker, like man. But imagine trying to explain to your grandma that a principal is lying on you. You think that's possible? Y'all think that's possible? Like, just think about this. Uh, Imagine asking your girl, like, tell your grandma that your principal lying on you, and like, no, nobody grandma's believing that. She's going to tell you why. Why would the principal lie on you? From a drunk drive on the way home from work, I remember the night my mom got home. Told me I remember everything muchly. Yep. Historic J. That's similar, but mine was different story, different. But I do remember my mama come in the room and my brother asking questions. The brown spoon comes up a lot of lessons. Comes up a lot of lessons. Yeah, y'all'll be surprised, man. Like imagine, that's why I said I had to grow up fast. You said what did he lie about? Said everything. Like I couldn't even like I'll be trying to tell people I can't tell you everything he lied about. You said the fake views. Hey, everybody, y'all fake or y'all fake? He said the fake views going. Boy, you so crazy. But nah, he lied about everything. So this is what the biggest thing was. He used to just suspend me for no reasons. Like I would literally be walking past him, and what you doing? Leave me alone. 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 I'd ignore him. You ignore me 3 days. And then one time, he sent me the ISS for like 3 days. So this what happened. He sent me this is the pinnacle of everything. He sent me the ISS for 3 days. I was laying down in the ISS room. The ISS room you smell like spoiled milk. I swear to God. Right hand on the Bible, kill me now. What's up, GMC? The ISS room you smell like spoiled milk. So I'm down there like, damn. Shit, I don't know, John. People, I don't know. But I appreciate you, GMC. But yeah, so the ISS room smell like spoiled milk. And I remember being down there. I'm laying my head on the table. And the teacher we had, Miss Franklin. I remember Miss Franklin because her booty could take up two rolly chairs. So Miss Franklin had a special chair. Yeah, Miss Franklin wasn't no small woman at all. Wide, you hear me? So I'm laying down at ISS and I'm like, man, I'm not, I hear my name get called on the intercom. I hear it twice. I ignore it. It's the principal. Right hand on the Bible, y'all. It's the principal calling me on the Bible. This man is calling my name over the intercom. On my kids, this man is calling my name over the intercom. So I ignore him. Miss Franklin get up. She get out her seat. She tapping me. They calling you on the intercom. I'm like, I don't want to go. She like, go. So I'm like, man, all right. So she basically made me get up and go. Cause he like, nah, they calling you. So I get up. I go to I leave the ISS room. I go to the office. I walk in and it's Mr. Okay. So on the right side is it's the head of security. Miss Nichols on the right. Yeah, it's the head of security. Miss Nichols on the right. Mr. Green is in the middle. Mr. Perry on the left. Miss Nichols is at the door, but she walk out and go to the Miss Nichols walk out and go to the library. Not Miss Peters, Miss Jocelyn Peters. She the one who walked out and went to the she the one who went to the library. Cause now that I got the names down pat. Miss Jocelyn Peters went to the library. She left out there, went to the library. So now it's Miss Nichols. Miss Nichols got on a brown jacket, jeans, some tall boots. Y'all know like the little black boots, like how girls be wearing the tall little boots. Like, but it's in like the administrative way, as you will see a teacher dress, like type of boots you would think a teacher dress. Head of security has on a probably red burgundy some type shirt, khaki pants. Mr. Perry has on a button down shirt, collared. It could have been blue. I don't really remember. Mr. Green has on a dark colored. He got on a dark color polo shirt with the collar, like it had the collar and he had like one undone. So I walk in. I had to explain the scenery to y'all. So I walk into the principal office and he said, "You walked out the classroom." He pointed at the head of security. You seen him walk out, didn't you? He pointed at Miss Nichols. You seen him walk out, didn't you? He pointed at Mr. Green. You seen him walk out, didn't you? Like, yeah. Miss Peters was the only one because she was walking out. Miss Peters ended up going back towards the lot. Well, yeah, Miss Jocelyn Peters. She ended up going back towards the library, which is right across from the principal office. So you talk about Matilda. So look here, y'all. She so Mr. Perry, well, Mr. Green, he like, so you walked out of ISS, okay? 5 days suspension. So I'm like, what? You just called me up here. He like, nah, no, I didn't. I ain't call you up here. I ain't call your name. Did you hear me call his name? Nope. And he did the same thing he did. So now I'm in there yelling. He like, nah, you finna get suspended. Your grandma finna have to come get you. So I'm snapping, I'm going hard. I'm like, no, call Miss Franklin. No, I'm going hard. Like, no, call her. She just told me. She can tell you everybody down there. No communication. There's not letting nobody from downstairs communicate with the upstairs. I promise to God, they was not letting nobody from downstairs communicate with the upstairs. So, shout out to Music. Shout out to Music King with the flow state. Shout out to Mitchell with the flow state. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for supporting the stream. So look, yeah, so I walk in. So my job, I'm in ISS, I'm laying down. He called my name on the intercom. I refuse to get up. Miss Franklin, the ISS teacher, walks over to me, taps me, makes me get up. I go up there. He's standing right there laughing, waiting on me, because he was waiting on me. He was literally waiting on me. As soon as I walked in there, you walked out of ISS. You seen him do it, didn't you? Pointing at everybody. Then went ahead, kept going with his little BS story. Like, yeah, now you finna get suspended. So now I'm over here being belligerent because I'm going hard. Because I'm like, nah, ask Miss Franklin. We ain't finna ask nobody. I'm like, nah, ask Miss Franklin. So I'm going hard. So they end up throwing me across the hall with Miss Peters, right? So now I'm across the hall with Miss Peters. Shout out to Jen. Renee. I appreciate you for that flow state. So now I'm with Miss Peters, right? I'm over there hot. She like, if you be good, I'm gonna tell your grandma that you was good with me, and hopefully, no. I'm like, I'm going hard. I'm like, no, y'all not finna do that. So I'm going hard. I'm talking about I'm 12. When I say like I think any person with a brain would look at a 12-year-old acting like that and been like, maybe he's telling the truth. Maybe he is telling the truth. He ain't saying, I'm not trying to talk my way out of nothing. I'm telling you that we got witnesses. I'm telling you the whole classroom can vouch. The whole room can vouch. The whole school can vouch. everybody can vouch in this school. If you let me talk to anybody, ask them, did you just hear her name on the intercom? They're going to say yes. But Miss Peters, she in there, I'm just be good, just be good. I'm snapping still. My grandma get there. He lied to my grandma, said I did all this stuff, all that stuff, all this and that. And I'm just looking like, man, he lying. My grandma don't believe me, of course, but I'm going hard. Evidently, she had to believe something, because she like, oh, you in trouble and all this. I think my grandma realized when she said you in trouble and I walked off, like when we got home, when I tell you I walked off, it wasn't like, hey, shout out to Davis for the laughing disco. So look, like he lied to my grandma, said all this crazy stuff, got me suspended for 5 days. Cool. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. We get home, my grandma over here talking about punishment this and punishment that. Hey, y'all, I wasn't going for none of it. I said I ain't do it. I looked her dead in her eyes. I said I ain't do it. And went on about my day. Whole time I was supposed to be on punishment, I ain't listen, because I didn't do nothing. So look. So what ended up happening was, after the I got suspended for 5 days. I came back and he wasn't messing with me. He stopped messing with me. I swear to God, he stopped messing with me. And it was this girl named Tiara that I was supposed to talk to. Yup. It was this girl named Tiara. I remember. She was light skinned. She had pretty hair. Yup. So look, I was supposed to talk to her. Like, you know. Well, look, I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. So look, winter break was coming up. So like the week before winter break, he was just being extra nice. So all this is like 2 to 3 weeks before winter break type shit. Like everything, all this didn't happen 2 to 3 weeks before winter break. So yeah, so the whole like leading up to winter break, he been unrealistically nice. I'm thinking I'm finna be cool. This girl named Tiara. Yeah, you already know. You know, you talk to him during the day, then you sit by him on the bus. It was over. Talk to you first day, boom. Now we cool. Second day, boom. Third day, it was a Friday. I'm like, damn, it's finna be winter break. So, you know, I'm talking to her before the winter break. We 12. I'm like, yeah, all right, when the winter break over, I'm finna come back. It's finna, yeah. Man, look here. The reason he was being so nice is because he wrote a recommendation to get me kicked out the school. So the whole time I'm going to school, I'm already kicked out. Like he got me kicked out, like from the ISS, from me walking out the ISS room. Supposedly, after he called my name. So from me walking out the ISS room, even though he called my name and told me to come up there, yeah, they was like he don't listen. We can't do nothing with him. This and that, and that, and basically, he got me sent to a school called Emerson. It was an old folks home. It was Annie Malone kids. So trouble youth, like the runaway kids. That's why I know. That's why I'm so good, because I had to go to school with these kids. So like the trouble youth and the kids who love to run away from home and not listen, the kids who want to be bad, the kids who parents can't control them. That's who I went to school with. Those are the kids I was going to school with, and yeah, it'll change your life. It'll change your life. Because none of them want no normal kids. Yeah. None of them want no normal kids. And we wasn't in the school. Like you see this? Like you see the table she at? Those look about right. About the same material, same everything. That look about right. And I'm just being honest. That look about right. There it is. So basically, my principal, he got me kicked out, got me sent to a terrible school, and all this crazy stuff happened. And nobody believed me. You know, everybody like, oh, you ain't do nothing. You ain't do, like, no, they were like, so you ain't do nothing. So you just innocent. So you just, what? So you ain't walk out of ISS. Okay, yes, you did. And then, y'all on, this is what ended up happening. I'm going to show y'all. My bad, y'all. I had to get y'all back in here, man. Y'all want to know what happened to the principal? Oh, he is serving a life sentence right now. Former St. Louis school principal sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms in prison for teacher murder. The teacher he murdered was the lady that I was in the library with, cause they used to mess around. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, sir. Nah, people just didn't believe me until they started realizing. They was like, "Oh, you might have been telling the truth. I told y'all he was a fucked up person." Oh, you think I'm telling the truth now? Oh, after he got a couple life sentences. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't even know what just played. Hmm? You had a grown bully, quite literally, like I'm dead ass, a grown bully.
This is really sad. As a former St. Louis principal pleads guilty to hiring someone to kill his pregnant mistress. In 2022, Cornelius Green was indicted for the 2016 murder of Jocelyn Peters, who prosecutors say was carrying his child. The jaw-dropping details don't stop there. This is what the indictment revealed. Green was married, but he had multiple relationships with multiple women. Jocelyn Peters and Cornelius Green were engaged at one point, and in 2015, she became pregnant with his child. Now, the indictment goes on to say that Green devised a plan to murder Peters and their unborn child, that he stole cash from the middle school, from Carlene Middle School. Then in March of 2016, listen to this, he sent $2,500 to a guy named Philip Cutler using the school's address. Cutler accepted that money for the hit. Cutler is going to be standing trial for his role in the murders, his alleged role in the murders, I should say, hasn't been convicted yet. He's just accused at this point. Now, so we.
Oh, y'all thought I was playing? Oh, y'all thought I was playing? Oh, if everybody would listen to Retro when Retro says something as a little 12-year-old. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, y'all thought I was playing when I said, y'all look, everybody be saying, "Oh, you're just telling a story. Oh my God, look at this, look at that." What I got to lie for? What do I have to lie for? I promise you, it won't make me feel no better. Being no grown man saying, "Oh, this grown man did this and he ain't do nothing." That won't make me feel no better. Yeah, man. And people, yeah, now y'all starting to see why Retro think different. Why Retro don't look at authority the way everybody else do. You said, when did they start believing me? My grandma died before he got caught. My grandma died. Look, my grandma she never got to see it. She ain't never get to see it. Because you got to remember this. So that's middle school. So if I'm 12, my grandma died when I was 14. So a week before high school started. So she never even got to see it. And even still, y'all know, like, I had to fucking go through programs. I had to go through all type of shit to get out of it. Like, I had to, it got to the point where, no, actually, that's what one of the main reasons why I ended up dropping out of school and had to take the damn test like a year later. Luckily, they gave me the option for the test, though. So shout out to them. But yeah, that was main reason I couldn't go to school no more. I'm like, bro, I don't care about this. I don't like, you know. Yeah, people be thinking I be trolling. Nah, Jones, you good. This is just real life. People don't be understanding. They be like, why you act the way you do? The people I know, the place I come from, this is what happens. This is what principals do where I come from. And then like that's just one person. Like, no, it's all type of cases and all type of stuff. That's why when I be saying like, oh man, that don't mean nothing. And like did y'all not hear them say he used the school money for the hit? Like we going on field trips, talking about the worst field trips ever. I'll let y'all hear it one more time.
Multiple relationships with multiple women.
Wait.
Murder of Jocelyn. 2022, Cornelius Green was indicted for the 2016 murder of Jocelyn Peters, who prosecutors say was carrying his child. The jaw-dropping details don't stop there. This is what the indictment revealed. Green was married, but he had multiple relationships with multiple women. Jocelyn Peters and Cornelius Green were engaged at one point, and in 2015, she became pregnant with his child. Now, the indictment goes on to say that Green devised a plan to murder Peters and their unborn child, that he stole cash from the middle school, from Carlene Middle School. Then in March of 2016, listen to this, he sent $2,500 to a guy named Philip Cutler using the school's address. Cutler accepted that money for the hit. Cutler is going to be standing trial for his role in the murders, his alleged role in the murders, I should say, hasn't been convicted yet. He's just accused at this point. Now, as we call for justice for Jocelyn Peters and her unborn baby, we're also asking the question about that money amount. Who has somebody killed for $2,500 and who accepts such a low amount? Let's talk about this. Let's bring.
Exactly. That low amount. So yeah. Hi, Principal. How you doing? Yeah, man. Crazy story, ain't it? Crazy story. People like, oh, Retro, why don't you like school? Because I seen through it. I seen what was going on. Because I was forced to see what was going on. Like, as y'all, like most kids was going to school, like how I would want my kids to go to school and just have a good day and be bliss and be okay. Like, you know, how I prefer my kids to keep going to school in the bliss like state. But I can't unsee what I know. Yeah, I gotta remember. I remember being in kindergarten, the teachers saying they don't like us, then come back around us like they do. I'm not talking to you no more. I'm not talking to you no more. But look, y'all. I got y'all. One more video before I gotta lay down. We've been up all night. We've been up all night. What time I start the live? Like 9? Like 9? Or was it 10? It was probably 10. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only been 7 hours. I shouldn't have to sleep that long. You said he was living with the girl, right? And she was working in school or something. She didn't know he had multiple. Emilio, if y'all want me to keep it a stack with y'all? Y'all want me to keep it a stack with y'all? She knew. She knew. I'm this coming from, y'all look, did y'all just see me close my eyes and remember everybody? Miss Jocelyn Peters that day when we was sitting in the like her, like this the lady I was sitting in the computer lab with, the one I was snapping with. She was like, if you be good, I'll tell your grandma that like you was being good, like you was cool with me, you calmed down and all this. She was wearing it was either a light blue or a white full body dress. Like full body dress, like just a full body dress. Yep. And the only reason I remember that is because that's the day that like grown people I straight had a bunch of grown people in my face really lying. And that's the first time I'm like, bro, tear this motherfucker up. Like Like, that's the first time I'm like, man, hey. You saying it on Femicide channel? Yeah, that was my principal. That's the one that got me kicked out of school. That's the one that got me sent to the world's worst school. My school didn't even have bro, I don't even think I understand. I don't think I understand. My school wasn't even a real school. It wasn't even a real school. That shit was literally, y'all, like, the way, like, we had the same rules like they did on hoes. Because I ain't even tell y'all this, so you want to go to school and be a class clown and be extra funny and don't listen. That bus coming, don't get on it. You go ahead, go across to the other side. Go get you some clothes so you can lay down. Take you a shower and stuff. Yup. Y'all ain't know that. That's the type of school I went to. Go ahead. Go lay down. And as soon as you think you tough and you say I ain't finna go lay down, don't worry about it. That's literally what they gonna say. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And that's why I say it so much. Don't worry about it. Cause as soon as you hear that, get your ass up. I don't care how tough you think you is, how crazy you think you are, how mad, how much you in your feelings. Get your ass up. Get up. If he say don't worry about it and he walk off and you let him walk off, you let that man walk off after he said don't worry about it. And I'm talking about when I went to the alternative school, the principal, when he said don't worry about it and walked off, that was the worst thing, man. He came back like the Avengers every time. Every time, like you gonna go to jail, you wanna go to jail, you wanna go here. But by the time he walked off, you going to jail though. I appreciate you, Tay. Said we love you, Retro. I appreciate you. Yeah, my school, what? And they used to be like, they used to do this. They'd be like, it ain't no, that's why I say it's like hoes. They'd be like, it ain't no, you can get out this door, you can get out that door, you can get out here. Like, you can get out the doors. Like, we wasn't in a normal school. They'll let you walk outside to get out the doors too. Oh, you going to jail though? Oh, you get suspended, you going to jail. You get suspended, you're going to jail. Are you want to fight? Y'all think y'all finna fight? He go crazy, and the teacher said chill out, and you don't want to stop swinging? Watch this. You finna get grabbed like no other. Hell yeah! When I went to this, that was the first school I went to where I was getting into fights back to back. Talking about coming home black eye randomly, cause them kids will tweak out on a normal day. Like you will be say you chilling, and then out of nowhere, like you punched, like you already punched. Now you in a fight. Now you fighting them. Then y'all gotta be cool, cause y'all gotta be around each other. So you gotta be cool with him. Then you get in a fight. Man, this shit used to be crazy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm talking about, I think everybody at that school traded black eyes with each other damn near. If you was around each other enough, everybody. I used to always get hit off guard. I ain't gonna lie. They used to always hit me off guard. They'll wait till I go to sleep or something. Fuck me up. Well, my first day, a white boy named Kenneth Miller. He in jail now for doing something to a drunk woman that was passed out. Yeah, he in jail now. But yeah, my first day there, he straight swung on me. I'm like, damn. Swung on me, hit me in my eye. Me and him got into a fight. Principal like, oh, he got you right there. You got him right here. Y'all good, shake it out. And then after that, shit, that's a normal day. Cause you get suspended, you go to jail. Hell yeah. That's why he chose the school. That's why he chose that school. Because if I get in trouble, I go to jail. But then when I went to the school, the principal started looking. After a month or two, the principal looked like, why are you here? Like, he straight pulled me to the side. I was like, All these other kids here literally has been in juvenile or like in jail, been arrested, all type of stuff. You the only one that ain't got arrested. Why are you here? And then I'm like, man, I told him the same thing. He lied on me. Then he, like, slowly but surely, the more he seen me, the more he started believing me a little bit. Shout out to Mr. Campbell. I ain't gonna lie. The more he seen it, the more he started. He like, man, I'm gonna try to get you out of here. I'm gonna try to get you out of here. It's gonna take a little time. I think it took like a year, a little bit over a year. But he got me up out of there. He still to his word. He got me out of there. But I had to go from there to a transition program. Lord. That was even worse than the alternative school. Shit. Transition program, the motherfucking teacher, Mr. Daggs, he want to act so tough and slam somebody so bad. Like, damn, like, just be a normal person. He just waiting on you to do something. Like, he was mad he never got a chance to slam me. Like, come on, man. And he would say, yeah, I'm going to slam you. Like, come on. You just trying to egg me on every day. You don't want to see me do good. Bruh, my life has been full of all types of ups and downs. I ain't going to lie to you. Like, even that, like, I look at those teachers like, y'all some haters. And then y'all know I had, like, I had went to this little program in high school where I got to go to school for 3 hours a day. And then I got tired of going for 3 hours a day. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, bro, I'm not finna keep coming here. I'm like, I'm like, my son, like 7 months, 8 months old. I'm not finna keep coming here every day. I'm like, yeah, I'm not finna keep coming here every day. Y'all gonna either give me this test or not. Man, them teachers straight start talking all shit because I want to take the test. You not ready. You not this. You ain't gonna pass. You gonna fail. If any of y'all find my graduation video, you gonna see me look at the teacher and say, I told him, you said I was gonna fail. You said I wasn't gonna pass. You said I wasn't gonna pass on stage. You said I wasn't gonna pass. You over here trying to be fake happy. No, you said I wasn't gonna pass. And I stood on business. Yeah, I stood on business. Because y'all said I wasn't going to pass. I done lived a whole different lifestyle. People hate in all type of sizes. So look, y'all, in a real retro farewell, before I get off live, I ain't gonna lie, I have been talking for a long time. So look, this lady, Liana, she realized the cops already know she the killer. Which one of y'all in the comments gonna try to change it?
Maria, Liana has just been arrested after her parents called the police, claiming she told them that she just killed her boyfriend because he had been playing his music too loudly.
So I heard a little bit about something that had gone on, but
from the music?
I don't really know all the facts yet, so that's kind of why I wanted to talk.
Was he playing rock music or something? Because if it was rock music, let me shut up.
Yeah. I see you got handcuffs on, and I know we're in a jail, so that changes things a little bit for me, only that I have to read you some things before we can talk. So, having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
I mean, I want to hear what was said.
Okay. Well, the only thing that's been said is what your parents said. And I know that a lot of what they said came from you, but I mean, obviously you're the best source of information.
Hey, Fats Dizzle.
Okay. So that's why I wanted to talk to you after either me or my partners talk to your parents. Does that make sense? I kind of want to hear it right from the horse's mouth, as they say, like get it right from the source.
After reading Liana her rights, the detectives ask her about the previous night.
What happened last night?
Basically, he just got really violent. I think he was on some type of drug.
What was you on?
He was sitting down on a couch, and he charged at me after I threw some water in his face.
Why?
Because he called me out my name and like kept on turning on stuff, and like just he knew stuff that was getting under my skin, basically. So anyway, I throw a little bit of water in his face, and he like stands up, and like that's when he just like loses everything. Like, he just charges at me. He starts pulling my hair. My head is like all the way down here, and I start like trying to fight him back, and it was like the couch is like right here, and the door is right here, and there's a bed like right next to it. So it started initially from the couch. Like, he charged at me.
I appreciate you, Shauna.
Hit my head, and then he
I
started
appreciate
to
all
choke
y'all
me
in the
out.
chat.
And that's when I started fighting him back, like trying to like push him. So I pushed him successfully, like to the door, and he was like reaching for the chain, like trying to say I was hurting him. And I was like, what do you mean I'm hurting you? Like what do you mean? So just basically, just after that, like, he just went ham, and I blacked out, and I couldn't breathe.
She a lie. She a lie. She a lie. I promise y'all she a lie. So look, you don't look like there's nothing wrong with you. Like, if y'all can't tell, this, I think that's why they got the picture of her right here. Nothing was wrong with you. Ain't nobody do nothing to you. You was mad. You probably got caught cheating or something, and you was in your feelings. Something happened. That's probably why he was calling you out your names. And you talking about drugs. You sure you wasn't doing something too? See? Everybody like to say what everybody else doing, but what was you doing? Okay.
Breathe. I had like, I choked like really fucking hard. Like, I could feel like spit in the back of my throat, like when he used both hands. Like, so it just made me freak out. Like, and then eventually he just stopped breathing.
After hearing a brief description of what had happened the night before, the detectives want to know more about her boyfriend. Their goal is to see if Liana really defended herself by trying to understand who her boyfriend was. They will then go back and get more information from Liana regarding exactly what took place the previous night.
Who's he?
I met him, I want to say, McDonald's. I was working as a cashier there for like a couple months ago. And he came through the drive-thru and he ordered like a Big Mac or something. And I gave him my number, like on Rebecca receipt. And like, we'd basically been hanging out and stuff. He always like would like admit these feelings to me and stuff, and I'd be like, just trying to be friends, you know, and stuff like that. And he just really just, like, over time you would see how he would just change. I don't know how to like describe it, but it's like he went from sweet to like sociopath. Like, he just wanted me around him, and I was just staying there so that I could just like have a place to stay for my job and, you know, like kick it, hang out with him. He's like a lonely guy, so I was just like hanging out with him, and you know, and he just got crazier and crazier. And then I noticed, like, particularly within the past 3 days of hanging out with him, that he would do like this with his nose, like this, like just like he was off some type of drug. And he told me about like this scamming stuff and like promethazine and fake doctors and just just like getting prescriptions that he didn't need. So I don't know if it was a pill or if it was like a promethazine type thing or...
Liana explains that her boyfriend had a tendency to use prescription drugs not prescribed by a doctor. She needs the detectives to believe that her boyfriend was unhinged and she was really afraid of him.
Do you know anything about him, like why he's in Kalamazoo or what he does here?
He was like telling me like how he was doing like some kind of like he was trying to like provide for his family, you know, stuff like that, but he was like scamming like and using fake IDs and stuff, and he always wanted me to like join in on it, but I would just be like, no, like, and I feel like gradually over time he would get mad at me because like sometimes like I feel like he thought I was using him or like something like that. So like even when I like asked him to go get some like Dollar Tree cleaning supplies and stuff, like he would like get an attitude and I'd just be cleaning the house or cooking for him and stuff, and I don't know, it was just like I don't understand why that was a problem.
Okay. So were you guys like dating?
No. The furthest thing that I allowed from him was like just a kiss on the cheek. We were not like dating.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. You think, man, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I've been up all night. You. Look here. I'm not going nowhere for you. Hell, I got an attitude too. Don't ask me to go no damn store. Talking about a kiss on the cheek. Who do I look like? A kiss on the cheek. Man, look, man. Alice in Wonderland, you better get your crazy ass up out, man. You get out of my face, man. Yeah, man. If that is true, you talking about a kiss on the cheek. I'm not going to the store for you either. I'm keeping it 100. Don't ask me to go nowhere. Don't ask me about my day because you going to make it worse. You don't ask me about nothing. Talking about a kiss on the cheek. You think this man want to be... Okay. I'm just being honest. Like, ain't no man finna sit right here and want to do anything for no woman who be like, move, kiss me on the cheek. Okay, I'll kiss you on the cheek. Go to the store. No. Yeah, I'm gonna get mad.
Cooking for him and stuff, and I don't know. It was just like, I don't understand why that was a problem.
Okay. So were you guys like dating?
No. The furthest thing that I allowed from him was like just a kiss on the cheek. We were not like dating or together, so.
Did he want it to be that? Did he want to have a romantic relationship with you?
I feel like in his head, he thought he could have a relationship with me or like potentially be with me, but like every time he like tried to lay under me and like get on the bed with me and stuff, like, I don't know, like he'll like start touching my thigh and stuff, and I'll just be like, yo, you need to back up, like, and he just is a really touchy-feely person.
Okay.
So.
What's up with the Cole Jones?
All right. So what was going on at the apartment last night? You guys just hanging out, or what was up?
We were just like, we had came back from my friend's house. He left me out there for an hour. He said he had to go to a class for like an hour or something.
So you were at the apartment by yourself for an hour?
Yes, I was at my friend's apartment.
Oh, okay.
And he came back to get me, and the reason we left my friend's
Was your friend male or female?
apartment was because he started a confrontation at my friend's apartment. Like, he would start doing this with his nose and stuff, and I'd be like, yo, are you okay? And, you know, stuff like that. And then he'll like pull down like his pants, like showing his boxers, like, so almost like his would like be seen and shit. Mm-hmm. And like it just like made me feel uncomfortable, so I got into an argument with him at my friend's house, and then my friend started sticking up for him, so I was like, I feel out of place. so we might as well just go.
So your friend starts sticking up for him. You might be the problem. I don't know you, but the way you talking, the cadence in your voice, the way you look uninjured and claiming self-defense, you don't got the skin of a man. You can't get grabbed and be okay. Cause in reality, that's why most females don't get in trouble. Cause you can grab a man, you can do a lot, and you can't do nothing. A man usually cut his face with a razor blade that can slit your whole skin off. Like, come on.
I feel out of place, so we might as well just
like
go.
Skin way rougher. You can't hurt no crocodile.
We left,
no alligator.
and when we got back and stuff, I had the whole entire car was just silence. No music, no nothing. And then as soon as we got back to the house, he tried playing this music. And I'm the type of person I like peaceful music and stuff like that. And he's the more the violent upbeat music. I don't know how to explain it, but
rock music. I keep telling y'all if it was rock music.
I just asked him to turn the music down and stuff, and then he would just be doing this with his teeth, giving me these mean looks, and I'd be like, "What is all that for?"
You said she full of it in a pathetic way.
That's basically how things transpired and led up to that, and then just name calling and all the stuff that came after it. So
Leona decides to tell the detectives about her interaction with her boyfriend's brother the day before.
So his brother is talking to me and a bit being did he get any pussy from you and stuff like that? And I'm like, no. I'm like, no, that's not even a factor. So I was like, yeah, we're friends. We're not even dating or anything. And he was like, well, to be honest, I would have been cracked you. And I was I felt kind of offended.
What does that mean?
But I was
what
just,
he said?
Cracked you? I would have been put my dick in you. Type thing. I don't know.
Man, he said he would have hit already. He would have been hit. Cracked is the just put the F word. I would have been, yeah, just change the cracked with the F word. That's all it is. Yeah, y'all know what cracked egg, scrambled egg, sunny side up.
So it just threw me off, but I was just kind of all right.
Shout out to Kimberly with the flower. I appreciate you, Kimberly.
So he comes back in the car and he's like, "What are you guys laughing at?" And I was like,
"What's up, Tristan Williams?" Oh, Wilson, my bad.
I just
you said looks like
I
no
didn't
one's
want to
home.
say it in front of him, and just start something between them because they're brothers or whatever. But so I waited till we got back to the house. And when he asked me that, I was just it was nothing really.
What's up, Crystal
just
Dawn?
Making some jokes or some shit. So when we got back to the house, we got into an argument because I needed a ride to go see my friend, and he was mad that I asked him if his friend could drive me to where I was for some gas money. And he was just why? Or why? And I was like, what do you mean why? I just need a ride. And so he was hesitant at first, and then he opened up and was like, all right, I'll text him. So he texted him. And then basically he got mad because I had basically said the truth.
I want the truth.
So he was he was just we don't give a anyway, we pass bitches around. And I was like, what is that supposed to mean?
That mean after I'm done with you,
it just made me
get to
feel
have
out of place. And then I noticed like extremely like just weird patterns of behavior like after that. But yeah, and like I think really what set it off was either he was taking some drugs, and then just that situation on top of the drugs like just made him like act out of anger. And I don't think he was really paying mind to what he would say. Like he just seemed like off in the head, like he was just like laid back on the inside, but like just mean as hell on the outside. I don't know how to explain it.
You ever seen him like this before?
No, it was just like the past 3 days.
Man, look, she got issues. I ain't gonna lie. Everything she says, she want to be the victim so bad in every single story. She is trying so hard to be this helpless. Oh my God, I was so offended. I was so afraid. I thought it was draining. This happened, that happened. Oh my gosh. She almost more offensive as Tyrone Mitchell. Hey Tyrone, how many messages? What are you saying? I gotta look at my computer so I can see what you said.
Did you see him do any drugs?
I didn't see him do any drugs. I saw him like smoke weed. Like he smokes like a ton of weed, like just back to back to back. And I would tell him like, "Yo, I'm on probation. I can't, you know what I'm saying, be around that and stuff." And like he'll even get like so disrespectful. Like he'll just blow it in my face, like, and just be disrespectful. So I'll go try to open up the window, and he'll get mad at me for opening up the window.
Liana has done her best to explain that her boyfriend wasn't a very moral person. Based on her stories, he was an angry person who was addicted to drugs and enjoyed being mentally abusive towards her. When she finishes talking about her boyfriend, the detectives ask about the events leading to his death.
How did it start? Just with the name calling and stuff that you talked about?
Just like when I asked him to turn down the music, and you know, I just wanted some peace and quiet, because like sometimes I just get anxious like when like too much is going on and then the violent music is playing. It's just like I get like real fidgety, so I asked him to just turn it down or turn it off for me.
You get real fidgety because of drugs, the stuff you were taking, side effects, symptoms, you know, things that happen whenever you take stuff. It's called cause and effect. Batman and Robin, peanut butter and jelly. H2 with a little bit of O. Yeah, you see how that works? It's like sometimes a lot happen and there be a lot going on. You don't be, yeah.
Minute.
Need to drink some cranberry
like,
juice and just
"Bitch,
sit
I'll
back."
do what I want in my house. Like, and I was just like, damn. So I got mad and I threw the water in his face, and that's what triggered everything. So.
I mean, you threw water in his face, and then what happened after that?
I just said what happened after that. He pulled me by my hair.
Hey, Tristan Wilson, facts.
I'm just looking for a little bit more detail.
He charged at me while he was sitting on the red couch. He was smoking a cigarette. He put out his cigarette after I threw the water on his face. And then he charged at me and tackled me onto the bed. And that's when he started pulling my hair. And then I like started fighting him back, and I like pushed him to the door, and he started grabbing the chain and like taking the chain off the door and shit. And then like he started doing this like around my neck.
Okay.
And then
What's wrong with your neck? Ain't nobody do nothing to her. If you look closely, you can see ain't nothing wrong with her neck. Nothing is wrong with her neck. She is perfectly fine. I think she's just making up excuses and lying. But I could be wrong. I could be right. Who knows? I don't trust people like her.
And he like eventually like pushed me on the bed, and like he was like choking me. Like I hit my head on the wall, like, and he was just like, I could not breathe. Like I felt myself like swallowing spit in the back of my throat.
Okay.
And it was like, it was like life or death at that point. So I was just like,
One thing the detectives noticed, and you will also notice in Liana's mugshot, which was taken less than 24 hours after the incident took place, is that she didn't have any strangulation marks. Based on her testimony, there should definitely be some markings around her neck.
Did you lose consciousness?
Exactly what we just said.
I was like, at one point in time, I was saying maybe for like 30 seconds, I just felt like my throat was like closing, and like I just couldn't breathe. So I was like,
girl, you healthy as an ox if you don't get on.
Freaking out. I started like pulling his hair, and then I like started choking him, and while he was choking me, I was just like, this is like beyond me. So
you don't think you lost consciousness?
I mean,
Look at the detective in the back rubbing his head. He
lost
like, man.
or he lost consciousness.
While he was choking you, do you think he lost consciousness?
Yeah. Because my throat was closing, and I was just like, I could barely, like I started seeing colors and spit closing in the back of my throat. So I mean some kind of unconsciousness was there. Like it was just a life-threatening situation.
Okay. So how did that make you feel when all that was going on?
It made me feel really angry. I don't know like why he was that violent.
What's up, Marissa Rodriguez?
Like,
What's up, Marissa Rodriguez?
It just made me feel like maybe like he just was acting sweet in the beginning, like just to like try to get me over his house. And then like I noticed like within the past 3 days like how he was just like sexually touching me and trying to lay with me and stuff.
Was he saying anything while this fight was going on?
He said like, help, she's trying to kill me or something.
Help.
And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, he charged at me and was choking me.
And you just so happen to defend yourself, get him off you, unharmed, get out the way, find a way. Did you use a gun? Or did she use a knife? Because that's the only thing that you could have used. Because you did all that without getting harmed. Like, you know they only do that in the movies, right? Like, literally think that you finna just go straight at somebody and do all these crazy activities, and y'all finna have this whole back and forth and you not get touched the whole time. All right.
And then when I fought back, he tried going to the door and taking off the chain. That's where that transpired.
What do you think he was trying to do when he was taking the chain off the door? Was he trying to leave, or was he trying to do something else?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
So I just panicked, and then he started choking me. That's when he threw me on the bed.
Sorry to hear that,
trying
Deborah.
to fight me off and stuff. And once he started choking me, and I couldn't breathe, and I felt my head hitting the back of the wall. I was just like.
The detectives want to know more about the fight, but Liana appears hesitant to talk about it, so they decide to ask her about what she did after she realized he was dead. This is where it gets interesting, because Liana never called the police. In fact, she hung out with the dead body for hours, even dressing him in his favorite piece of clothing.
All right. So
You gotta go. You gotta go. No. That's where I draw the line at. That's why I draw the line at. That's as scary as going to a haunted house. That's scarier than going to a haunted house, because this you changed this man's clothes to his favorite clothes. Who are you? You think you're a pallbearer? No. If she don't get life and she get 15 years, I'm moving.
kind of back to the fight here last night. You guys are fighting.
He was trying to fight me off.
On the door, and then all this other
like,
stuff
are you serious? You're trying to hurt me?
And that
help,
sort of stuff.
help.
And kind of what happens after that.
Just like I don't really want to get like into the detail because it's like kind of traumatizing.
Cause you
like,
was chasing him around the house.
Seeing what I saw and stuff, and like I'll start getting emotional, like. So I really don't want to like talk about like what I saw, but I felt wrong afterwards, but I knew that it was a threatening situation. Like, I just, yeah, I don't
So you had said at one point he had stopped breathing. And then you said something about a robe. You put him in his favorite robe.
Yeah, I had covered him up with his favorite robe and stuff. Like, I sat there for like an hour and a half, and I was just seeing like if he was gonna like, open his eyes or just. I put him in his favorite robe, and I took him off the bed and just like put him in a better place, like a fuzzier place.
What happened after that?
I sat there and I cleaned like the entire apartment.
I thought you were just cleaned the day before.
Yeah,
No,
the stab. She looked like a knife user.
They weren't open or anything. I had like some wipes already in my house and stuff.
I could see her using like a little small gun
to like clean the other day, but before we got it.
So last night you said you cleaned the whole apartment?
Yes, I threw away cigarette butts and all of the excess trash that was spilled on the floor. He like knocked over a couple ashtrays, some candles.
So then what was happening through like real late at night or real early this morning? Like what was going on then?
Like I woke up like around 6:30 and cause I had a probation call at 8 o'clock. So I set an alarm on my phone to just like remind me to wake up, and I had ended up leaving the house.
One of the questions we hear a lot when someone is claiming self-defense is, was the other person violent towards them in the past? This question shows them how likely it is for the person to use physical violence during an altercation. Violent people have a tendency to become more violent as time goes on, so if her boyfriend had a violent past, this would help her claims of self-defense.
How many times was he violent with you during the time you've known him?
I'd say maybe about like 3 times. I just noticed like when he'll start grinding his teeth and like just giving me these like weird looks, like he just hated me.
Okay.
And like he'll like blow his smoke in my face, like if I'm sitting like on the bed and stuff, like he'll come over in my space, like, or walk over me and be like all in my face, and I'll be like,
that's creepy, and I get where you're coming from.
It's eerie.
It's eerie and kind of creepy. How many times did he ever put his hands on you when you didn't want his hands on you?
I would say, but like sexually or like
just when I guess I'm trying to dial in on what I mean by violence. What I mean by violence, did he ever push you, strike you, choke you, hit you with an instrument? How many times was he violent? And please describe what you mean by violent.
He never hit me with an instrument.
Okay.
But he was like violent, like where he would choke me.
And so look, y'all saying probation. You said, and she was on probation. This was premeditated, and she knew she was going to get in trouble if he found and reported her crazy behind. They just met a couple of days ago. Nah, I think it ain't been a days. It's been a little bit longer. It's been a little longer. You said, how do you get from the bedroom? Now, look, I seen a lot of people kept saying, let me go back to my other chat. I keep trying to read on that little screen. Hold up. How do you get from the bed to the couch, to the front door, back to the bed? What killed them? She messed with a dead man. She killed crazy girl. Corey, she dressed the man after she killed him. And I think I don't know what she used. That's why I'm like, yeah, I think she used a knife. She looked like a knife wielder, but I think she had to use something else.
And pull my hair.
How many times
I think she got something in her hair. She like the type who
pull your hair and choke you
just
rubbing
her hair till she
3
done.
or 4 times.
Okay.
And like I noticed, like after he'll be like, you're always texting all these guys and shit, and like just acting like a jealous, like overzealous, arrogant, like just.
Okay.
I don't want to say it, but like dick, like just.
Let me ask you this, and I know this might be a hard question to ask, and I don't mean to have you relive it, but I'm trying to get an understanding of when his hands are on your neck, what is running through your mind at that time?
Like, I felt like you know, like when somebody is like just like choking you, and like you can like feel like your mind, like it just goes like black, and like it's like I started seeing like white speckles, like in my brain. Okay. And it was like I was just like, losing breath.
It was like
the banging on the wall, like when my head hit the wall and stuff.
And this is the most recent time. This is yesterday. Okay.
And then he like had me like this, and he was standing over me.
She said like one more time, we finna have a problem. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He had a piece of my hair. Keep in mind.
Like for real.
But he had a piece of my hair, and he had me down like this, and then he just started choking me. And that's when I was like, I grabbed the back of his head.
That her look good
just,
to
like,
me.
Trying to like get him off of me. He's like, let go of me. And I'm like, you're not letting go of me and stuff. And he just like started just going ham.
Okay.
In quotation marks.
When he's got you down like that yesterday, what do you think is going to happen when he's got you down like that?
I felt like he was trying to kill me. Like,
tell me more about that feeling and where that comes from.
Like, I just felt like you know when you look a person in their eyes and you can just see like the hatred that they have for you. Okay. Like, and I don't mean it like in a crazy way or, you know, like to sound crazy, but like when you look someone in their eyes and you just see like some kind of resentment or like grief that they have towards you.
Okay. When he has you down and he's got his hands around your neck and you're feeling the choking, if you didn't do something about that, what did you think was going to happen?
I felt like I was going to die.
Tell me why you felt like you were going to die.
Because he had such a tight grip on me, and it was like I was like I could feel his arms around my neck, and I was just like you know how your throat like kind of clicks like when you can't breathe. It was like closing and closing, and it was just like really tight.
She making me mad, Buckers. She making me mad. You said she look evil, Petey. She is making me mad, y'all. You said everybody count how many times she say like. I'm getting mad. I'm like, how many times you gonna say like? I ain't never said like that many times during a 12-hour stream. She make like I can't even. She is making me mad. I can't even say words no more. I have to expand my vocabulary around her because this makes absolutely no sense. This is most definitely preposterous that she's saying the same word over and over that I need to break my bad job. My mind couldn't process somebody saying the same word a billion times. Every sentence.
In the back of my throat. And I was like this and my eyes started bulging out my head. And okay. I was like, this is life or death.
Okay.
Liana gives all of the right answers, but there are still a few things that need to be addressed. Besides not calling the police after killing her boyfriend, the detectives want to talk about how his death took place. They realize that Liana doesn't want to talk about it, so they use a specific line of questioning to get her talking.
when you notice that he's no longer breathing? What are you thinking at that point?
I mean, I hope he's alive.
She dropped my IQ too, man.
Okay,
I
that's
I
a good
just got
answer.
mad.
So how long would you say it took for your hands on his neck for him to stop putting hands on your neck? Like how quickly, once you started to intervene on what he was doing, when did he stop?
I would say like the whole fight lasted about like maybe 5 or 6 minutes.
Okay.
It just like when he just like started choking me and you know
Defeated.
stuff like that. I noticed like he was just like fighting me and like he was looking me in my eyes while he was doing it, and I just felt like I just felt like really bad about it. Like it just was
It's a bad thing. Okay, so you're describing you're on your back, is that correct, when he starts choking you?
yes.
Okay. And then you reach up to start choking him to get him to stop, correct?
You know what?
Yes.
Okay, was there ever...
You know what? You know what, y'all? Detectives, I give y'all more credit. I'm truly sorry for not knowing how hard y'all job really is. Because this is ridiculous. I'm getting mad. How can one word make somebody so mad? It's possible. And they ain't even got to be a cuss word. I'd rather her say cuss words than say the same word over and over. She lying. And she is making up lies and steady going with it. She thinks she's smart. Brain cooked, fried, half working. Not running on all cylinders.
a time where
Need an oil change.
once
Some iron
your
attire.
choking started to get him to stop, did you then change positions to make sure that he couldn't start up again?
I pulled the jacket off of him,
Okay.
and I tried to get on top of him, cause he had me balled up against the wall,
Okay.
where the bed you could just squeeze down and you can't really fight back, my legs were kicking and
Okay.
stuff. And so I pulled his jacket off him and I tried to get on top of him, and I was just
And at this point, is he still kind of struggling and fighting with you?
he's he's still pulling my hair and
Okay.
attempting to do what he can do.
Still fighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just
Her story doesn't make much sense, so the detectives decide to leave the room to go over the next line of questioning. If her story is true, and it began with him attempting to strangle her, at some point, she would have had control over him, and because she continued to strangle him, she could be charged with murder. Liana suddenly realizes that talking about the incident itself is doing more harm than good, so when they re-enter the room, she asks for a lawyer.
I feel like I should discuss with my attorney first.
Okay. I told you that right from the beginning.
That.
Yeah.
But
Listen to the cop. Listen to what the cop say.
my attorney first.
Okay. I told you that right from the beginning.
That.
Yeah.
I keep telling y'all, quit. The police always tell you what you need to know at the beginning, so you forget by the time they done. They be like, "Don't interrupt me till I'm done. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you, if you let me interrupt you after the first part, then most people be like, well, I'm done then. And then if you gotta stop reading wherever they at, you see how that work? They usually, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you can say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Look, the Miranda rights are so confusing that even police carry a Miranda card because they don't be remembering. So you supposed, this your job to remember that, but you still carry around a card because you even get confused because it's meant to confuse people. It is meant to be a brain teaser and a brain twister. Watch everything they say and question everything. Yeah, your neighbor, she be smiling too much. Watch her.
But like, the questions weren't like too uncomfortable for me.
Okay.
It was just like more so like just like remembering what happened, how he was laying.
Yeah, you'll notice if you said you didn't want to talk about something, I didn't ask you that question again. Right? Okay, so I'm trying to be respectful of your wishes. If there's certain things you don't want to talk about, we won't talk about it. It's fine.
Alright, cool.
I can understand the position you're in, and I'm not trying to like trick you or anything. It's just. Do you have questions for me?
When do you think my attorney will be here?
Well, the trick with court-appointed attorneys is you don't get one until you get to court. Really.
So how long do you think it'll be till I go to court?
Well, I can kind of speak to that because we had a very similar case last week.
Damn, I ain't fucking around there. I ain't going there.
So what's going to happen is there isn't any way that we can release you
Hell
when
no.
we do that.
Last week,
Alright.
a similar
So why are you
case.
thinking like, oh, they threw me in jail, they must think I'm guilty of something. No, that's just what we have to do. We have to do that and then continue to do our
I
job.
understand it.
Okay.
I'm just like, I don't know. It makes me uncomfortable. Like I like this cell and stuff. Like I'd like solid, like a little bit of like solitude. So like I don't hear like too much noise, cause like it just makes my mind race a lot. And
Well, the good news is on the receiving side of the new jail, it's a lot more individual cells. So I think you'll probably have that.
Liana's biggest mistake was telling her family what she had done, because in the version she told them, a few things were different. She told her family she cleaned the apartment in an attempt to hide her fingerprints, and she also told them that she strangled her boyfriend, but never mentioned that he attacked her. There was also the fact that she didn't call the police after realizing he was dead. In the end, Liana would be charged and convicted of murder, and she was sent to prison for the rest of her life. What are your thoughts on this case? Please share them in the comments below.
My thoughts is always listen to what the police say, because when they say all that you got the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law, you have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you. And then this is why so many people get caught up. They say, do you understand these rights as they have been read to you? With these rights in mind, do you wish to speak to me? Like, I don't even think people understand that you getting asked a question, then it's a statement. Like, so look, so do you understand these rights as they have been read to you? That's a question. And a statement or whatever, what would you consider this? With these rights in mind, or transition sentence, I guess, do you wish to speak to me? So those two questions back to back, damn near. Why would you not be confused getting asked two questions back to back and you can't ask a question? Why would you not be confused back to back and you can't ask a question? I appreciate you, Rockhound. You are getting asked two questions back to back and you can't. Look, just think about this. You are getting asked two questions back to back and they like, do you want to talk to me? And they only gonna try to answer one. Like, it would never add up. If I say what's for dinner, what time is it outside, you can only, and I get to saying all this other stuff, you probably gonna only remember one of those. And if I say enough, you probably gonna forget your other question. You ever forgot a question? Yeah, that's why they do that, so you can forget your question. Talking to police, give more evidence against you. Exactly. The police are there to arrest people. Police put on. They said we arrest the bad guys. They think you a bad guy. Yeah, police think everybody a bad guy. Mm-hmm. Police think everybody a bad guy. Uh, Granny, you say you sound like you don't know what you're talking about. You must be new here. How you doing, Granny? I literally just explained that you're getting asked 2 questions back to back, and they asking you, do you want to talk? So yeah, so like, and look, and then not only are do the police ask you 2 questions back to back, they say, oh yeah, and okay, yeah, so we found this in the back of your car when this and that, and that. So they trying to throw you off already. You don't even remember that they said that you got the right to remain silent because they started that, and then they went through a whole bunch of filler sentence. You have the right after lawyer. You shouldn't have to hear nothing else, but no, they want to keep talking. Do you understand these rights? If they've been and keep going and adding on more, and then when they talk to you, they're gonna say something, and then ask you more questions. So what are you talking about? Police are gonna ask you more and more questions after they read you that, and you be like, "Do you want to talk to me?" You first off, you're confused. You like, yeah, I want to talk, and then they gonna ask you some more stuff to keep throwing your mind off and make you forget that you have the right to remain silent. Exactly. Man. Oh man, look, y'all just got up, man. We finna have to go ahead and head out, man. We are about to head out. I gotta go lay down. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta go lay down. Have to. Oh, these nothing but call my lawyer hoodies. If she was wearing this hoodie, she would have just been reminded to call my lawyer. You know, I'm just saying. It's just certain things you can do to help yourself out. I just accidentally hit the back button on my mouse. Don't worry about it. And you know it ain't official unless you got that retro badge on your arm. I ain't gonna lie to you. It ain't official unless you got the retro on your arm. We getting the villain. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all finna have to get the sleepy version of me. Cause I'm finna lay down real quick. I appreciate all y'all. Hey, I appreciate your buckets. Make sure everybody hit that like and subscribe button. Don't miss the next stream. We gonna go crazy, man. And if you want to, make sure you hit that description up. Go get you one of these. Everybody been saying they like this one the most. Y'all and these all black facade is crazy. These ones people been liking the most than black ones. But I like this one. I like the Team Royal. Ooh, I keep telling y'all, this my color. Y'all see that retro on the arm, man. Yeah, I keep telling y'all. I like the red one. I ain't gonna lie. Red one look good. Great stream. I appreciate your music, King. I will be back. I will be back. I ain't gonna make it too long either. Cause earlier I was making a website earlier. It ain't gonna be too much longer. If I'm being realistic, probably around 2 o'clock. Probably around like 2 o'clock. One if I'm feeling good. 12 if I'm feeling snazzy. All black. We gonna see. I want to see exactly how they all come out though. That's one more time before we go for the people who want to just see. If y'all want to just go on there and look and be like, what's on there? And then tell me what I'm supposed to add. Everybody go to my post in my community and tell me what I need to add on here. I just started. Well, I just did this and I had end up stopping so I can go live. So I'm gonna put more stuff on here. But tell me what I need. Did you make the website from scratch? No, not at all. I had used like I forgot what website it was called. I had used another website and I connected it to Shopify, and that wasn't easy. All that instantly connect your stuff to Shopify, and then it wasn't that easy. They made everything it's simple only because I understand BS and loopholes, but they was trying to make it more difficult than what it needed to be. Yes, and a lot of stuff wasn't working. So I'm not gonna even sit right here and cap to y'all. That's a big reason. A lot of stuff wouldn't even load up. But now I found the right one and it's good. I'm debating which one I need to watch first. This one. That white one. Be calling my name. Yeah, the white one be calling my name. Summertime stuff. Most definitely, I gotta get t-shirts and stuff on there. I basically just did all the stuff they made me do first. Like even the sweatpants, they not much yet because these was the basic ones they had on there until I get the good ones. Yeah, and they ain't have enough color options for that one anyway, so that's another thing that made me mad. I needed more color options. So I'm most definitely it's some on there. But I didn't have access to them at first. Now I do. Don't forget about the hats. I made them simple because I don't feel like nobody should have to pay $30 for a hat. I don't care. Don't care. Call my lawyer. Ask him about it. I feel like a lot of people gonna like this one. They gonna like the black no matter what. People like the black no matter what. The light blue look good. The white, of course. White, of course. White gonna hit. White gonna hit. White. White is excellent. Dark gray. I ain't gonna lie. All of them actually do look good. Especially this one. It's different. You said how do you order them? You can check the description. You can go to the link in the description, and I'm posting it again. Oh, the website. Yeah, and then for the people who like, I just want something simple. Yeah, here go the simple hoodies. Here go the simple hoodies. Gonna get more of them too. A lot of people like camo. They was going crazy for the camo hoodie and the other colors. So I ain't gonna lie. For I think I'm gonna end up getting this one too, and like I want this one for some reason. I didn't seen it 10 times, and every time I seen it, I keep stopping and staring at it. That sandstone, it's something about that sandstone color with the logo, and I like this one. I keep telling y'all I like this one. I don't know why. I like that one. And like I said, y'all, got one of them camo ones. People love camo, so why not? Most likely, if you wearing camo, you need to have that on anyway. And this that side profile of the one I was just looking at. Ooh, yeah. Most definitely, most definitely. And these are the $40 hoodies. So I wanted to put the price so people can see it. These are the $40 hoodies. None on the back, so y'all can see it's like this how the back will look. Well, for that one, it'll be that. This how the front will look. And then this how the sleeve will look. Yeah, but these hoodies, they gave us a little bit more options. A little bit more options with these. As y'all can see. But these actually got the logo on the back. The realistic expectations. And why realistic expectations? Because that's what that's where everything come down to. Yeah. Everybody in a world of unrealistic people, I gotta hear them get these on the way. And it's Adobe, huh? Adobe, huh? Yep. I even like they going crazy. You like the royal blue? That's oh, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Cause you got that's purple. That ooh. I appreciate it, Tyrone. Yeah, everybody like black. Everybody has been saying black, the black one, the black one. He said, I ain't shopping online. Look, I don't usually shop online, but all these good. These are good. These ain't no it ain't no third party. It's third party, but it's a well known, I guess you could say. Because everybody know what Shopify is. Everybody know what Shopify is. Hmm. He said Adobe. Adobe fourth one same. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Oh, not y'all need to go to my. Make sure you look. Y'all, everybody needs to go to the post I got of this and put that on there so I can remember. So you saying make the same hoodie like that, but put okay. Okay, it ain't gonna. Once I start doing it, I'll learn and I'll figure that out. You said royal blue and you said pumpkin spice. What was that? The other one? Uh, I keep forgetting what people call that color pumpkin spice. My bad. What is it? Oatmeal. That's a good color. Oatmeal. Sky blue. You can't go wrong with sky blue usually. I like Carolina blue, but that royal blue, yeah, Carolina blue, that remind me of sky blue. Nah. I don't think so, Crown. Oh, I said Crown Crow. I don't think so. I have to see though to be 100% sure. Yeah, to be 100% sure. But get the yeah. I like this color. It just pumpkin spice latte. You said royal blue is the most eye catching. That's why I'm like, man, that royal blue just hit different. That royal blue just hit different. Like blaze orange. Uh, I just know people on this. No matter what happens, black is gonna always succeed over everything. Mm-hmm. That royal blue on everything is nice. Yeah, I do. I do like the royal blue. And shout out to everybody for tapping into this stream. Even though we didn't start, I don't know what stream. I be losing count of streams. I don't know where I'm at. I don't know what stream I'm on. I don't know what the title is. Nothing. You said Arroyo would be your first choice. True Beauty, bro. You said depend on neighborhood. K said I wasn't even tripping off him. Like I keep telling y'all, anybody who come in my chat and be mad, they don't slap no type of towel across their back or nothing. Like they don't get in no shower and put no towel on their back. They not gonna wash behind they ankles and make sure they calves clean. They don't wash their calf muscles. They let soap run down there. They got gunk on their feet from 9 years ago. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't listen to nobody like that. Cause I look at it like this. If you it gotta be something wrong. No, there's something wrong with you. It gotta be. Mm-hmm. I'm like, still trying to be racist. Oh, we bored of that. It's boring now. I'm tired of them jokes. I don't even be offended. I don't even be offended no more. I'll be like, dang, you ain't even make me laugh. Yes, I am new. Shout out to God's Child Blessing. Obsessed fans, pretty much. They be people with nothing better to do too. So sometimes you gotta troll the troll so they know that they in the right area, then they usually be cool. Cause if y'all probably ain't never noticed, most of the people that troll, they come back the next day and they be normal people. Y'all be acting like I don't remember names. That's people's problem. They be thinking I don't remember names. Hmm. So look, y'all. Everybody check out that description. Check out the pinned comment. I will be ending the chat in the next minute. So I appreciate all y'all. Appreciate everybody. I'm finna go lay down and we'll be back. The quick I lay down, the quick I come back.